child of two fathers, apparently, according to... According... Oh, hold on, let me block this. Anyway. Sorry. Um, Apparently, Protea is a child of two fathers. uh... What they kind of sort of mean by that is that Parvos and what's his face, Ballas made her together, which is interesting. But they said it in such a funny way. Child of two fathers. Oh, oops. Sorry, I had it on good night, not starting soon. My bad. Not ready yet though. I'm getting things ready still. Let me. Why does Microsoft want to bother me when I'm playing with what you call? Also, I may or may not have lost a few people. Not entirely sure why. There we go. Now I put in my code. Code. Pending Steam, what? Pending Steam packs are ready. Would you like to apply? Okay. That's what that thing said. I already clicked on it. Me reading is some of the, like, most... How do I say this? I don't read very fast, and the reason why is due to the fact that I read as if someone's saying something. I read with an internal voice. So, yeah. Also, I found out this weird thing that I kind of want to try. Okay, no, not the ability-based routing. What do I use? I kind of want to use my Corvex for this. Okay, so check this out. Adaptation, Augur Secrets. Hey, let's just destroy this build. I don't even use the abilities anyway. So let's go armor. Oh, let's try this. Let's do this instead. Vitality, that, and that. And I need flow. I kind of sort of want rolling guard. My neighbor's dog started barking. I want to put adaptation. Now, because I saw this video, this is actually why I'm late. I was watching a video. Mods. So quick thinking. So this guy did some numbers, which is fun. Okay. Let's do... What is up with this encoder? Why is it doing this? Anyway, sorry. For some reason, my thing is pretty shaky. Hold on. VC face, please. Let me move this to the other thing. There we go. Oh, for some reason it's better. Maybe it just doesn't like being on the same screen as... Okay, I'll try to remember that. Anyway, so check this out. What's this? Unread message. Oh, yeah. Let's play with these. Actually, no, I gotta test this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go... Oh wait, hold on. I want to get an energy reduction, energy getter of some sort. So energize and grace. I don't think I need grace. So let's go energy. Let's do Guardian. No, Guardian. Nullifier. No, let's see, let's go, yeah. I managed to put together something, which is really nice. Wait. What happened to my build? It erased my build and put something else. Hold on, let me try this. What? Did it just erase my build and replace it with the old build? What the fuck? That's kind of weird. Let me try this again. That's so weird. That's so dumb. Okay, I want quick thinking. Hey, Devious Kong. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Well, I think I've seen that person before. Yeah, I think I have. Welcome. There's so many people now that I can't keep track of all of you. I think that's a good thing. Rolling guard. There we go. So there's... Yeah, let me see. Is it gonna do it again? Better not do it again. Okay, there we go. It's keeping it. So I want nullifier. Oops. I want nullifier. Where'd it go? The nullifier can make energy leeches non-existent. And energize. Because I just saw a MC, not MC. Is it MC Black? Been a while, yeah. I actually managed to go 3D after a while. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test this thing I saw on a video today. I saw it this morning actually, and my brain kind of sort of was like, is that how that works? So I'm over here like trying to figure out if this is how that works. So we got full energy. Can I have more? Is that all the energy he has? I thought he had more than that. Anyway, I want to test this. So let's go heavy. There we go. With corrupted heavy gunner. Okay, so we got corrupted heavy gunners. And let's unpause the AI. There's no fucking way this is gonna work, by the way. I don't know if this is actually gonna be successful. Ow. Oh my god, it's... Oh, actually. Oh, there is a bit of an issue, though. Yeah, there is a bit of an issue. Against something that fires that fast, it's not very effective. I mean, it worked. It actually did work, which is interesting. It took like 1 each, but they were hitting you with so many rounds that it still took me out. Let me try something. Oh no, I can't do that. Actually, let's try this. This is gonna be hilarious. But if I stand here, lead them over here, and if I just stand in this, what happens? Oh, that's exactly what happens. I apparently pick up a health orb, and it negates what I'm trying to do. What the fuck? I say. And then my drone ends up keeping me alive as well. Nice. How come they're not shooting? I just got with a cold proc. Cold proc. Okay, you guys actually have to lay into me a little bit. Okay. Oh. It was working. Oh, I see the weaknesses of this now. If you get hit with too many things at once. So if I were to... Yeah, if you get hit with too many things at once, it doesn't work as well. So we have Energize. Yeah, also, mathematically speaking, because of how many heavy gunners there were, I think that was completely fine, because you're never gonna really get hit by that many motherfuckers. Contrary to popular belief, you're not gonna get hit by that many heavy gunners at once. So, if I were to take like a beam weapon with me, could I go into survival? Let's not go public. Okay. So could I go into survival and just fucking ram through these people? That is a good question. Also, that person, what the fuck is that guy? MC Blackie? Okay.
They have just shut down all
something
systems.
Blackie.
I'm sending life support capsules.
But if I were to utilize this, how effective would it be in an actual mission? Could I just literally charge through here like a maniac? He's a maniac, maniac. There we go. Charge through here like I don't give no fucks. What I could also do is I could probably use equilibrium.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
There we go. Da-da-da-da. Just go charging through like a fucking animal. I could probably use this with Valkyrie. If I use this
I've
without
delivered a
here,
life support capsule to the area.
I
Activating
think that'd be
it
pretty
will buy you
funny.
more time.
People will be all like, but she has immunity, and I'm like, yeah. But it's not the greatest, like, way to play. Like, she's stuck to her exalted weapons if she wants to do that. So I'm not sure if it's entirely, like, the best choice, you know? It's actually doing well without what I'm trying to do. A lot of energy orbs around, though. With this amount of energy orbs around, I should be able to keep myself alive.
Incoming.
Okay, here we go. They're actually hitting me. I could also use Grace, maybe. No, I need Nullifier, though.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Keeping that 2 health. If I get violence, I think he could be literally like the most simplest fight. Alright, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's get into my energy. This is quite effective. I kind of wish I had Grace, though. Equilibrium probably would be the best. Alright, who is it? Oh, it's fucking Malice. I'm not gonna play around with this guy.
The raid is off to a successful start. Extraction is available if you need it.
Yeah. How's it going, Steel Crow? I'm currently testing this weird ass build that I saw a YouTuber make. Well, it's not entirely like the build, but like it's the concept of the build that I'm testing. It seems like I do need an energy absorption of some sort. Yeah, I was actually going to see if I could like start farming her. So I was just like testing out this. I'm gonna make a build video on her weapons today. Not one of those like, oh, I'm gonna say it, but I'm not actually gonna do it thing. I'm actually gonna go and see if I could make her build video for her weapons. I actually thought the weapon was gonna be a dual machine pistol, but it's a singular machine pistol. I haven't even looked at their stats yet.
They fought
But I
well.
willed for them just because I didn't wanna. I wanted to be like. I wanted to be on time, you know? I think that's the one thing that bites me in the ass, is my video day is the same day that that updates happen in Warframe. So, because it's the day that updates happen, right? Oh, hold on. I gotta strip. It's getting hotter faster than last time, so I gotta take some clothes off. I also switched my chair because I mentioned in my Discord earlier that my chair was bad. Oh, I had to strip. Yeah. Okay, let me check PROTEA's weapon. What are they called? It starts with a V, right? Oh, there we go. Velox Prime. Alright, what is your... Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Okay, first... Oh, wow, that's a high fire rate. That's a really high fire rate. And it comes with 2 V polarities. And a dash. Holy shit. I got the weapon access specifically. Because I am a weapon builder, so I needed to get a hold of the weapons. The thing is, I would farm it if I felt like making a video on Saturday instead of Wednesday, but a lot of the time I'm too tired on Wednesday. On Thursday, I mean Saturday, I mean. And it's like in the middle of my schedule, so I'm too tired to do it. So what I do is I will for them on the day. It helps that today is my payday, so that's good. What build do I want to go with today? What build do I want to go with today? That's like a huge question right now. I can go with an encumber build. I could also go with a flare build. Like, mathematically speaking, I think encumber is better. So let's go with encumber. So let's go... heat. And let's go... viral. Heat and viral. Anything else I need? Oh yeah, I need... where'd it go? Galvanized shot, but I can't fit it. So let's temporarily do this. Galvanized shot. What can I put on the V polarity that's like gonna be a 5? Oh yeah, I can put regular target record. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring out Mr. Calculator, right? And we're gonna put the 2 rare build. Damn. Let's do 14 times 5 plus 25. Boom. So when it gets maximum, what you call it does this. So let's go 14 times 3 plus 25. Boom. Okay, so when it does not get orange crits with your rally, unfortunately. But I think it's okay. This thing should be okay. Systems and chassis, yeah. That is unfortunate. That is actually quite unfortunate. Comes with a fucking V polarity right here? Damn. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I could do a no forma build. That would be fucking hilarious. Let's do that. We're doing a no forma build, guys. See how far we can go with no forma. Oh, also she has her melee weapon, which I'm gonna be building next week. Next week I'm dealing with this. So I was actually dealing with talking to somebody, and they were saying how like content creators usually have this thing where they only spend a few hours with a weapon or frame. I say with a frame it takes about a week, but with a weapon it does actually take like a few hours rather than, yeah. We passed it? Yeah, oh, where'd it go? I'm kind of sort of halfway daydreaming over here. Oh, there we go. Okina. Oh, I have the regular Okina too. Alright. Should I grab a booster? I should grab a booster. Been a long time since I grabbed a booster, but this week we're getting a booster. Okay. Affinity booster. Fuck it, we ball. I'm leveling, yeah. Okay. And let's go with my melee weapon. Let's go mod that too. Am I able to... Holy shit, there's 4 V polarities. And there's 2 V polarities. What is the... Spinning needle is what it wants me to put here. You got... Invite you, you got Saren ready? Okay. But I'm gonna put together something... half-half. Holy shit! Holy shit! 30 crit chance? 30 crit chance? Hold on, let me check something. 40, and then we go... Okay, hold on. Okay. 30... No, not... 30 times... I think it was... Okay, hold on, let me try something. Let's back up, and let's do... 40 times 12. Boom. Do I hit all the red crits? Yeah, so it's that. So 30 times 580. Oh no, not 580. 5.8 equals, okay, plus 25 equals, okay. We almost got to a point where you can do red crits. Because this has puncture as well. That's actually pretty good. Actually, I don't even know how the calculation for Blood Rush actually works. Is it... I think it's 12. So, combo multiplier goes all the way up to 12. So that means 40 times 12. So it's gonna get like orange crits at least. But if I add a crit mod, or I'm gonna do, or if I add Gladiator Might. So Gladiator Might. What we're gonna go with is a hybrid build with True Steel. Put that there. We need speed. So let's go Circle Fury. It's Spinning Needle as well. Condition of an Overload, Blood Rush, Gladiator Might, True Steel, Reaping Wounds. Do I need an element? I do need an element. I need electricity. Do normal fury, okay. Did I just purchase that? Okay, yeah, there we go. Normal fury. We'll try that. Oh yeah, there's like it's actually a pretty fast weapon, so that sounds like a good idea. So let's go to electricity. Oh, Spoiled strike. There we go. And a volcanic strike. And a voltic strike. Okay. I'm over here with meta influence. I think legitimately I could have this as a single forma build. And I can have this with an absolutely zero forma build. Because a V polarity, two V polarities and a line polarity is usually what I go with anyway. Okay, let's go public. I doubt you need forma, yeah. I'm pretty sure that one specifically. The only reason you would need forma is to be able to put ammo mutation. Coronal Crow, right? At least this one. 2V is busting, yeah it is. I think it's this one. Okay, there we go. Hello, hello. So I got a 30-day booster. Let's see. It is okay, yeah. I think for some reason that lines up with like something I do every once in a while when it comes to making worlds. And I usually call it lowlands. I call it the lowlands because it's meant to be like a marshland. But it's also meant to be like where all the lower class people are. Like the king is in the mountains, you know? But the people are in the marsh.
Your duty in this experiment is to dispatch as many specimens as efficiently as possible.
There we go.
When the time comes,
Oh, sorry, went through.
I will open the
Holy shit, look how fast that is. That is fast. And this is just with Fury. Imagine if it was Berserker Fury. If it was Berserker Fury, this shit would be hella fast. Ooh! Oh, this feels good! It's got the right amount of jiggle, and it has meaty shots. Holy hell. I should mention that during the stream, during the video. It's the right amount of jiggle, and it's so good. Oh, the reload is good too. It's got a unique reload. Oh, I hope this is multiplicative. I'm gonna test if it's multiplicative later. Oh, sorry. If it's multiplicative, that'd be great. Oh, did you hear? I think it was on dev stream, but they kind of mentioned it like not too quickly for me to understand. IR4, nah.
data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
I'm actually curious. Is she capable of going with completely no forma just throughout the entire place? She has a universal aura polarity? Can she do a no forma? I've been looking at Jujutsu Kaisen memes. It's all about like Discord bro. Like it's all bro stuff, you know? Like, hey, when bro chasing a hoe, I'm coming, bro. Don't chase that hoe. Has he been standing there for a while typing something? Same. I get you, bro. No, he's moving around. Oh, no, actually he is actually just sitting there typing. Oh, no mind. Alright, let's go. I think we're gonna help this guy level. And it seems like he's leveling a frame.
The experiment's design dictates increased efficiency. I trust you will be able to complete this study.
There we go. So they call them pan polarities, I guess, which is interesting. You can stick any. Oh yeah, no. I was about to say because he called it a pan polarity. He called it a pan polarity, which is interesting. That was a guy just there, hiding, like a bitch, like he was self-aware or something. I need to know if this is multiplicative so I can build it right. Because there's a way I want to build it. I'm not sure if this is entirely accurate how I'm building it now. Wait, did I not put the flare polarity? I don't think I put the flare polarity. And the flare thing. Arcane secondary flare. Cascadia flare. There we go, my brain figured it out, guys. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I should also check that too. If it's with to PROTEA, I'm pretty sure it's something stupid like more ammo. Or if it's like something with more fire rate, that would be so stupid. But if it's something like, oh, it's got more multi-shot, that would be actually pretty great. If it was multi-shot, that would be hilarious. I think I like this little pistol. This little pistol is cool. Oh my god! Sorry, I pressed 2 on accident. Oh, let me get closer.
Data conduit is open. Go now.
Oh, he went?
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Should we go? I think we're good. That's probably one of the first things I should have checked.
Hunter.
That's like
the
information for the
sanctuary
video.
will go on without you.
Cephalon suit up, y'all like, ah, so good. Can she do a Nova? I wonder if like the entire Protea set is capable of doing a no forma build for its best builds. Okay, moment of truth. Can you do a no forma on this bitch? Holy shit. It requires a single fucking forma. Because... let's see. Reload speed when magazine is emptied. Innate 20% animal efficiency. Oh, wow. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. Ammo. Hold on. Innate? Wait a minute. Let me check something. Energized munitions, 75. So this would give you a 5% chance to use ammo if you use this. Oh, but the duration is like 5 seconds, so it's not worth it. That is interesting. Yeah, with Protea it would be 100%, yeah. This one has 20%, the other one has 75. No, this is 20, not 25. If it was 25, it would be 100%, but it's, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's about 5. Wow, my program is struggling for some reason. Yeah. If you have it with Protea, it'll be 40. So that means you did like it'd be crazy if it did it this way, but I don't think it is. But essentially, if it does overcap, you actually get ammo back, which is fucking hilarious. Let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do is rather than I'm gonna do that. I want to put this Hornet Strike on here, but I don't think I need to. Or lethal? No, I don't want lethal torrent because it fires too fast. What the hell can I put then? I could just put a Hornet Strike. You can now take the MR27 challenge. Nice. That's good. Huh. Let me think. I could put a single forma. But the thing is, I don't exactly know what I want to put here. I could put a... You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. Oh, hold on. Alright, I see you in a bit. So let's do this. Oh, a form is ready to claim. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna need 3 of these because I think legitimately, from what I'm seeing, it's not a 0 forma build that I can do. It is a 1 forma build that I can do. Because to optimize the build properly for what I'm trying to do, I need to add another V polarity. I put that right there. Let's do this. Oops. Where'd the crit damage, I mean, critical chance mod go? Because, like, you kind of sort of need Creeping Bullseye for a very specific reason. It's due to the fact that Creeping Bullseye can slow down the damn thing. And specifically, you do not want to have the other mod, what's it called? I forget. Wow, my shit is struggling. I have an idea. What I could probably do... I have an idea, hold on. I'm not sure if it's on this side. Hold on, I'll be right back. So you don't see any of my information. Settings. General settings. Can I close this and reopen it? Click on me. Wing support. Let's put high quality without weakening support. Now let's do medium quality. Medium sounds good. So let's press start. Oh, I think it actually looks better too. What the fuck? Dude, I think I like medium quality better than regular than high quality. I'm not gonna lie, I look adorable. Check this out. And if I did it correctly, I should be able to do Stuve. Boop. Okay. No, never mind. I think I made it worse. Practice done, nice. Did it actually make it worse? Hold on, let me... Oh, actually... It seems to be every single time Warframe is... Hold on, I have an idea. Maybe it's my graphics card struggling with Warframe itself. Max frame rate is 60. Board disk full screen aspect ratio, auto. Custom. Let's go... Oh, I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. I immediately fixed it. Okay. The shadow quality is a little bit low, but honestly, I'm a huge fan of hard hard shadows. What the fuck is this? There is a circle around me that has, okay, that's weird. That's a weird game. That's actually gonna fuck with me. It's fucking, it's actually fucking with me. This game is tripping me out. Hold on. What the fuck? Lower TAA sharp. Okay, let me try that. TAA sharpening. Okay, here we go. That's that. Oh yeah, anti-aliasing. I didn't know that was anti-aliasing. I usually turn that off because of how much of a performance hit it is. Holy shit! Thank you. Anti-aliasing is the devil, I swear. Anti-aliasing will hit your performance so hard. Yeah, and I didn't even have my high quality shadows and everything. Thank you. Okay, people are like, oh, I want aliasing. I'm like, anti-aliasing is the devil, sir. I'm sorry. This is a fact. Well, it kind of sort of trips out every once in a while, so I'll monitor it for a bit, just because it is bothering me, but I'll monitor for it, for a bit. Okay, it is like choppy though. You know, it is choppy, so let me see if I can do this. It's a little choppy. So let me see if I can lower another thing. Just one more thing. Let's go lower. GPU particles could work. Anti-sculpting filtering. The clarity of textured objects viewed with various angles. Decrease to improve performance. Oh! Well, let me look at my Raleigh. Just to make sure. Oh, actually, it didn't seem to make that much of a difference on. Yeah, it actually made that worse. It made the model go freak out more. So let's put that back. What measuring? What's this? Ambient occlusion. Okay, let's turn ambient occlusion disabled. Okay, yeah, my model is doing really good now. That's good. And for some reason, I do like it now. I like it a little bit better. What is ambient occlusion again? Is ambient occlusion is like... I have no... I'm gonna read it and see what it says. Ambient occlusion is... Oh, that's that. It doesn't necessarily say what down... I'm gonna Google this. Hold on. Ambient... Ambient occlusion. Shadowing technique used to make 3D object more realistic by simulating the soft Oh! Oh, that's fucking with my shadows. Save. So it's fucking with the shadows. And you know, I've always had like a problem with shadows. Shadows apparently like take a lot of data, which is somewhat hilarious. But essentially what it does is it makes it to where the shadows are softer. Can you invite when you want? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I turned off all ambient occlusion and what was the other one? I forget. Also check your upscaling. Actually, upscaling. Actually, I don't think I have upscaling on. Yeah, I don't think I have upscaling on. Yeah, I don't have that. But basically, it is better now. I just need to turn off... I forgot what it's called. Not aspect ratio. It was, anti-aliasing and ambient occlusion. When I've turned those two off, it looks a lot better. Now, it looks good, and the fact that, my model is no longer freaking the hell out. Because remember, I brought her out during a Dungeon Defenders stream, so wasn't entirely able to figure shit out. You know, it's that PP, nice. PP is adorable. Well, actually, I seen her, but I didn't get a good look at her. But I did notice she has a fat head. Like, she has a massive head. During the trailer, oh yeah, this is gonna sound super weird. But during the trailer, I kind of sort of had this thing where I didn't recognize her at all. Because she was so much of a blob of, like, objects, right? Yeah, she has two helmets, yes. And they're both kind of large. One of them is tall, the other one is wide. But when I was watching the trailer, for some reason it didn't really click for me that she was a person. She kind of looked more like a robot. But also, hi fast food, how's it going? Shut up, Ortis, yeah. Shut up, Ortis. Good to see you around. Megamind is jealous of her head? Yeah, Megamind is jealous. Megamind. Well, she kind of, if you paint her blue, she might actually make a pretty good Megamind. Okay, now we're gonna do this. I just need her neuroptics, nice. Okay. What can we put here? So we got crit damage. No, this is crit chance. I'm sorry. Crit damage with electricity, weeping wounds, condition overload, gladiator might. Like what else is? Oh, range. I need range. Shit. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. I need range because I was not able to hit things very easily. So yeah, just like the pistol, if I want to go with the build that I want, I need to put a V. Yeah. I need range. Sorry for anybody who isn't like a fan of range. It's actually like a necessary thing for me, at least. I know there's some people who are bothered by the fact that I put range, but I'm not exactly sure why. One Forma is real good, actually. I just wanted to do a no Forma build because I thought I could do it, but if you go with a pure status build, you can. Like, technically, a pure status build can do it. And if I were to use a regular prime reach, I could also do it. Because the thing is, you can do it without prime mods, which I noticed. Without prime mods, you can have a completely zero Forma build. But I'm going to be using prime mods, so I need to have a single Forma. But it's still real good, especially since now I can have two colors. Which is like fashion. Also, we're gonna do one more leveling, and then we're gonna move on to doing other stuff. Let me do this. So, what's a good place to level? Let's go Hydron. It's been a while since I went to Hydron. Alright, start ESO whenever you're good. Oh yeah, okay. You wanna go ESO? That's good. ESO, yeah. ESO is good. I like ESO. Wait, okay. How do I say this? There's a bunch of people who I've been teaching to play the game who do not like how fucking grindy the game is. And my brain was like, grindy games are not gonna be something you're gonna be into, then you probably don't want to play Warframe. Because it's kind of like playing Dungeon Defenders 2. It's a grindy game, you know? You do ever wish, yeah. But it's a good idea to do this one. I'm also going to be testing through doing the math myself if this is multiplicative. The way I'm going to be doing that is I'm going to be calculating the difference in damage. Wait, did I not put... Yeah, okay, I did. I put it. The one thing about Flare is... kind of requires you to have high fire rate. It also somewhat requires the enemies to actually have like health. Oh my god, did it just do 10,000 damage? That was even pretty. Yeah. Ooh, that was a headshot. I'll chalk that up to not being it. But not it, fam. Not it. Hold on. But essentially, to check whether or not it's a multiplicative, what you gotta do is you gotta test it with and without the a damage mod. But I'm using Flare as the damage mod. But if it's multiplicative, then this is like probably gonna be one of the best weapons in the game. Just because of the fact that it starts off with a decent amount of damage and has... I think it's slash leaning, last time I checked. And it has the ability to have 100% status, right? And because of that, if it were to... Did you check the Pokemon Prime if it has any ability? Oh yeah, I should probably check that. I didn't check the Akina Prime for ability. Damn, this thing is like randomly doing 4,000 damage on a headshot. This thing has innate ammo efficiency.
A data conduit is open. Go now.
Okay. Innate sex affinity, yeah. Okay, according to that test right there, it is not multiplicative. Which is unfortunate, but that's completely fine. Honestly, for some reason, I feel like the ones that are multiplicative are projectile weapons. Because every single time I at least know that's a multiplicative thing, it's usually because it usually just happens to be a projectile weapon too. If that's the case, then technically projectile weapons are OP. But this is a hit scan, so it's not entirely that way. I'll probably test it later. With like the twin gremlins or something. If the twin gremlins are multiplicative, then my theory is not entirely proven, but it's like there's evidence for it. And I do like evidence. Evidence is nice. Evidence is the way you prosecute a bitch. Actually, a friend of mine has a lawyer for an uncle, and he's probably like somewhat personal, but I'll try to keep his name under wraps. But this person has a lawyer for an uncle, and he actually has committed like some fucked up crimes. But his lawyer uncle managed to run him through how to get away with this shit, and I'm like, wow. Right now I'm trying to finish up my dojo formal weapons. Nice. And the dojo weapons can get you really far, actually.
Enter the conduit now.
I just stuttered like a motherfucker.
Hunter, you are running.
Why am I hitting multiple times with the weapon? That's very strange. Oh no, Lady Nova! You're alone! I mean, so that was
Hunter,
right now, yeah.
The sanctuary will go on without you.
Yeah. I know there's also like yeah. 2 weapons in hand, nice. It's average bottle. Average bottle. 2 weapons in hand, 2 hits. Okay, that makes sense. I think I was hitting a guy with shields too. I'm not sure about that. I could be wrong. Okay. And let me rearrange these. Actions, swap polarity, boom, 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 boom. Okay. And so now that we're going with flare, now that we are going with Hornet Strike, I think it's best to go with Encumber, not flare. Let's see. Let's see. Well, if you were to chalk up the math, technically you can force viral procs. So it's actually probably a good idea to go with corrosive and heat. But I think this is actually quite fine. This is definitely fine. Let's see. So this is a single forma build. This one is also a single forma build. I think I wanted Gladiator Might. There we go. Yeah. This is the build. I'm not gonna use Tennokai because I'm not entirely a fan of Tennokai. Because Tennokai is a little bit too complicated for me. I mean, okay, it's not complicated. What it is whenever that Tennokai thing pops up on the screen, I want to use it. And so I'm focusing too much on the melee to focus on anything else. But the way you're supposed to properly use Tennokai is you're supposed to target a big enemy with it. But my brain can't necessarily fathom. Yeah, it's annoying as hell. It's annoying because I can't think of like too many things at once. Very inconvenient, yes. Let's see. So we're going Hornet Strike, Encumber, Target Cracker, Galvanized Diffusion, Galvanized Shot, Creeping Bullseye, Scorch, Frostbite, and Pistol Pestilence. Like, legitimately, if I were to just go, wait, how about this, like this? If I were to go with just regular ass target cracker, yeah, I think we could do this with a single forma, without a single forma. Actually, no. Let me check something. Okay, so no, actually, with the pistol, if you want to use this build, it actually is not the case. Okay. Because... Okay, I see. So you got 5 weapons to level for now? Yeah. That sounds good. I think today is definitely just leveling day, because I got it ready for the video. Okay, I want to use Urale. I want to see if the Warframe math is going to do Warframe math, you know, like it always does, and allow me to red crit. Oh, not red crit, orange crit. Sorry, orange crit. I'm using the wrong Urale. There we go. If I can orange crit while using Urale, that'd be fucking hilarious. Warframe math, yeah. Well, Warframe, okay. As somebody who likes customization in games, as well as, like, grindy gameplay, Warframe is legitimately like a drug to me. PROTEA is out, and yeah, I don't make cash money anyways, so pain, yeah. That is unfortunate. But if you manage to do some, proper money management, you should be able to grab a hold of the weapon bundle at least. Or you can, or we can go farm her over the course of a week. I was actually considering last night to do bonus Warframe streams. But I have some stuff to do on Dungeon Defenders as well, so I'm not entirely sure. But I do have a Dungeon Defenders audience. Although one of them checks up on me like about 30 minutes before they go to sleep, so... You're down for farming? Yeah. I kinda don't know, let me just whip out my hoe. Nice. I think currently we're just leveling, so if you have anything to level, we can do that, but... Or like a nuker as well. But yeah, let's go do some more leveling. Get your stuff and let's start leveling. Da da da. I was testing something that a YouTuber showed me, and it's very effective. It's just that I need to actually build for it in order for it to be extremely effective. The reason why is because it's quick thinking, which is nice. I check out every once in a while, try to farm with red X while you double. I love how you need more than 1k forma, yeah. Like if you build things to like the fullest, and you happen to know the very build that is required to make it the best of the best in the current amount of current mods we have, you do actually need like about 1,000 or more forma in order to be able to mod every single weapon to the fullest. Especially since I do a lot of like single target weapons. A lot of the single target weapons require very expensive mods. When it's all forma, I need no more. I have too much, yeah. I am saying for leveling, yeah. And so, and you said you were like your biggest dream in Warframe is to get a hold of 1,000 Forma to give to Blueprint too. And it's like that man did that to himself. I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna like burst that bubble real quick. That motherfucker did that to himself. He put 69 Forma in a frame that was buggy as hell, and he expects like to be pitied about how he doesn't like the frame because she's so buggy. Dude, you didn't even wait until she got any bug fixes. You just decided to put 69 Forma into her. And it wasn't even taking her to regular missions either. It was all just Forma for a video. And my dude, you kind of sort of did that to yourself. I'm not gonna sit there and pity you about something that you caused yourself. Especially when he is so dramatic about it that he can't even say her name. The fact that he can't even say her name whenever he's talking shit about her is like, dude, you are just dramatic as fuck. Then again, he's an artist, and artists are hella dramatic. Counts all dojo frame weapons to count Tenet Fuwood if finding parathesis, yeah. Blueprint. He's an artist, and he's also a Warframe creator. He has this thing where he doesn't like Garudde because he put 69 Forma into her. And during the 69 Forma, she had a lot of bugs. And the thing is that he's so angry about it that he will never touch her again. And my thing is like, you put 69 fucking Forma into a frame that you knew was in a very bad state. You did this to yourself. Knowing, and then like he has to be dramatic about like, oh, yeah, I forgot Railjack Nickamek and someone else I'm forgetting. Yeah, actually he made a cool build from You Ready. Not gonna lie, I flexed the hell out of him, but for You Ready 1,000 times would be the first. Yeah, if you remember correctly, his You Ready build that he made after playing with her a lot was actually at the time one of the best You Ready builds. But he kind of sort of did this thing where, I don't know if he's joking or not. That's the thing. Would need to share a ton of Forma to finish up leveling things? Yeah. Like imagine if you're gonna build everything like I built the compressor. Because the compressor is built for direct damage. And when you build things for direct damage, you do need to fill every single slot. Because direct damage mods are all the most expensive mods in the game. Although I did some math, and I did some tests, and I found out that I fucked up on my build. I fucked up on my compressor build, guys. And what it is the compressor, because it is a status-based weapon, technically needs 2 60/60s to be properly utilized. So yeah, another 8 Forma, probably just one more, honestly, because I can technically put the build together. I just don't like the fact that there's a red spot. I was actually considering getting a new compressor and starting over. But what I would like to do is I would like to farm that compressor. And people would be like, oh no, you're gonna do vent kids? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, why are you gonna do vent kids? I actually don't mind the races. The races are not that bad for me, at least. Are we going?
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
I'm waiting here just in case you accidentally go.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on.
I was considering
without you.
grabbing the entire Protea pack, but the entire Protea pack is like $100. So I think I'd rather just have the weapons. I think with Yareli, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna be going about it. Yeah, $120. With taxes, it's probably like around 140. Like, if you're gonna whale for Warframe, you're gonna be wailing hard. That's a hard rail. But the thing is, like, I like making videos, and that's like legitimately the only reason why I make videos. So it's kind of like not the best reason, but it is my reason for doing it. Actually, no. I remember saying something really interesting. Their excuses are the reason for the reason. And the reason I want to whale is because I want to. And the reason I want to, which is the excuse, is because I have an addiction to making content on the internet. So, yeah. Well, it's not an addiction, honestly. It's just I like to doing it. It gets me to get my ideas out safely. Who's this? Who is this? Oh, let me see. Oh, he's got the compressor. Ooh. That's cool. Okay. Ogris, Synex, Akin Brunt. Okay. If we're doing a triple weapon, we should continue. Oh, he's going again. What? Hey, what's this? This is 8. 4-star? Okay. Apparently he wants to go for 8. We can go for 8. Let's see if we can do 8. I wonder why he wants 8. Oh, do we have a Nightwave to go for 8?
This experiment is to dispatch as many specimens as efficiently as possible. When the time comes, I will open the next data conduit.
I think we have a Nightwave to go to 8. 8 is for Korra. Oh. Bora 8. Okay, Korra. He wants Korra. Also, B is really far away from K. How the fuck? Okay. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna do melee, because I can nuke this way. Wait, how much status does this have? Because I'm not... Different keyboard? Yeah. Or maybe he was just super excited. Or, all these numbers. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, my brain just realized something. What if the thing that she does... yeah. What if the thing that this weapon does is it hits multiple times? What if that's the case? By the way, it would be great if you double it right away, yeah. I didn't read the unique. No, I forgot to do it. I'll read it. I'll read it in a bit. Remind me. Remind me. I just did 100,000 damage to that bitch. I love these things. They're my favorite weapon type. Yet they can fit my favorite stance. They do decent damage and decent status. These things are so great. I'm gonna be the fancy bitch that I've always wanted to be in Warframe. There we go. I really hope they don't line of sight this thing. If they make a meta influence line of sight, I'm gonna be upset. There we go. Meow. I know a lot of creators have been saying that they're moving on. Like Nate Wants to Battle just recently did it too. Honestly, I'm at a point where it's like, I cannot see myself wanting to quit. In fact, I see myself watching the health of my hands and stuff and spine in order to make sure I can do this as long as possible. Yeah, let me moving on. So essentially, bunch of creators, like a lot of pretty high-ranking like creators in content creation, they're ending their careers on their own terms. So essentially, what they're doing is they're making their goodbye videos. So this year is, how do I say this politely? This year is the year of, opportunity for people who want to be creators. Well, if I'm Warframe, if I see each other. Yeah, mass exodus of the best creators in the game, right? So essentially, I believe, due to the max exodus of creators that's happening right now, that this is the best 3 years to start or continue being a creator. Because the way that it works is, because certain people are leaving, there is going to be somebody who's going to be wanting to go somewhere to get that content, to get that fix. And if you manage to fill that void, you could take over for that void. Except for MatPat, who actually has a team of people taking over. Power vacuum, exactly. There is a content power vacuum. And I will say straight up, that is the reason why I have 444 people right now on my subscriptions. Is because a lot of Warframe creators are doing the same thing. Only the people who have been here and for a while, have been here for like the thick of it, are still here, but you can tell that like a lot of them are here because they have nothing else that gives them good like views. They want to still be creators, but they don't even play the game that they make the creations about. So, and technically, when it gets to a point where people are starting to like question that, I do believe the power vacuum for Warframe creators will start sucking harder. Because Satoshi, who is my favorite creator besides, actually, he actually is my favorite creator besides like, Rage and Cotton from Rage Gaming Videos. He has this thing where he even said about Nightmare Frame, he doesn't even play the fucking game. He doesn't play Warframe. He goes and makes videos about it and then he stops. Sabushi, yeah. Sabushi, there we go, it's a P, sorry. I keep thinking it's a T for some reason. But Sabushi, he actually plays the game. But according to him, Nightmare Frame doesn't play the game. And whenever single time I see Nightmare Frame streaming, because, you know, I get recommended Warframe content a lot, he's not streaming Warframe. He doesn't necessarily play the game. So, technically, he is releasing his spot and causing a power vacuum for the type of player he is. So a couple of people I was talking to were saying that as soon as they get to a point where they're able to do it, they were probably gonna like try and fill that void as the meta king. And I'm over here like, wait a little bit longer, and he will either shift his focus onto a different game, or he'll quit. Yeah. That's another thing. Is like he steals builds, uploads them, and stuff like that. In fact, I do believe a Daikyu build was stolen from a friend of mine because he rolled with him one time, and he actually went and made the Daikyu build. So one of my friends is Daikyu build is there. I'm never quitting Warframe, just trying to branch out. Exactly. There's branching out and then there's quitting. I do believe because of the fact that most of these higher up creators don't even play the game on streams anymore, that they are quitting. It sounds like something that's... He claimed Daikyu build as his own. Yeah, he did. He actually stole from Keith. That's the friend I'm talking about. Keith is the one he stole from. He actually rolled with Nightmare Frame, was asked about the build, and then he saw the build on his channel about, like, 2 days later. Because apparently, yeah. I think it was 2. But, legitimately, all players want to become the meta king. I went to high school, you're ready, not the same as you're ready, superior. Yeah, the Daikyu addict, him. In fact, there is technically a Yureti main already out there, but I didn't even know he was a Yureti main. But, keep in mind, he's a Yureti main that doesn't like the board. I fucking love the board. So, if you want to get a build from like, the Yureti main about, like, the board, then that's me. Shield Luna says, thank you. Oh, what's that, huh? Did she just get picked up? I know it sounds probably pretentious though, because I probably said it in a pretentious way, but like, yeah. You have a love-hate with it? Yeah. That's the thing is, like, there's a love-hate relationship with a lot of these players, so what ends up happening is, they will kind of sort of slowly move on, but they'll keep coming back. And the reason is actually very interesting. I believe it's because all of them know that they're not going to get any views unless they make a Warframe video. Now you are the main remain in my heart? Yeah. I think legitimately it's because I played the base version without subsumes mostly. Because everybody else either subsumes on top of her or they don't use the port. Me, I consider that fucking, that fucking thing, and, oh, did he leave? I thought he wanted to go to 8. Didn't he want to go to 8? Yeah, he did. I wonder why. Anyway, sorry. Also, Yakunos, I'll be right there. I'm just using your ready without damage reduction currently, so I can't get out yet. I'll meet you in the chat in a bit. But there's always a power vacuum, like, in content creation. And that's what I'm actually talking about. Because, yeah. Because, like, if you want to create videos, now is probably the time. Because a lot of the people who have a certain niche are all quitting. It's like, oh, theory videos. Yeah, I actually saw a bunch of theory videos out there, but the thing is, like, he actually has a team that replaced him. But I think the one thing that people would go over there to him for is one-on-one stuff. MatPat specifically. One-on-one interaction with the Hello Internet guy. MatPat had the one-on-one feeding, you know? Should I be streaming all Warframe games since the money from taxes? Yeah. Also, yeah, exactly. He's like, his thing is he has a team, but it felt like a one-on-one. Yeah. It felt like you were listening to a singular person. So it was kind of personal, right? You have Vex armor buffs? What? That's interesting. Oh, I do too. Huh?
Hunter, you are running out of time.
Oh, it's
To the data conduit.
The thing is broken. I'm kind of excited for it. I've been able to get it run without VTuber. Yeah. MatPat still hurts, not gonna lie. Yeah, it does. Me too. I actually haven't, like, watched him a lot. Because I kind of stopped. But to hear that he's gone... Well, not, like, dead. I'm talking about him as if he's dead, but he's not. But essentially, to know that he's no longer making content kind of hurts a little bit. Because... It's kind of like a thing of, like, that's what I grew up doing. I didn't grow up doing it necessarily, but, like... Yeah. Ooh! What's this? Oh! Yes! Okay, thank you! Okay. I know exactly what I'm doing with this. Because that knife is slowly in my heart, yeah. That's the thing is, like... It's like, the more you bring yourself to realize such and stuff, the more difficult it feels, you know? Okay, let's see. So let's go with Galvanized Shot. No, let's not go with Galvanized Shot. Let's go, yeah, actually Galvanized Shot would work. No, I want this. I want Sure Shot. There we go. He was one of the creators that actually spoke with the community, yeah. It's like, you know how I mentioned, like, it's a like he made it personal because it was just a one-on-one with you and him. It kind of feels like, oh, again, this is probably gonna sound really sappy, but it feels like a good friend no longer being in the friend group. Because it's like, even if you haven't talked to them in a while, you know, it's like a friend you haven't talked to in a while, finding out that he quit playing video games. It's like that. It's what is even the word? Is it heartbreaking? I think that actually is the word, actually. It probably is the word, honestly. But yeah, so the one thing is, like, there's a void that needs to be filled, And hopefully we find another map pet, you know? And if we don't, you can always, like, fill it with a completely different void, you know? Like, a duo of people who are personal with the community. Because he had this thing where... I think I mentioned that a lot, so I'm going to mention something else. But, like, it felt like, he was forming a relationship with you, you know? It's kind of like the sappy as shit, too. There's only a small percent of aggressive respect, talking big creators, Matt Pat, Norman Crystal, Gaming Historian, David Murray, 8-Bit Guy, and Clint LGR, Bandit Games, yeah. I think, with me, it's the ones who are big, but don't act like it. Because if you're big, it's fine. But if you're big and you act like it, it's kind of off-putting. That's why I don't like Nightmare Frame. But Nightmare Frame acts like he's the best thing around. And he is the best thing around. But the fact that he acts so fucking snobby about it makes me not want to watch him, you know? Oh, hold on. Not yet, not yet. Oh, wait. Can I do it fast enough? That's okay, let it go. Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. But yeah, it's like... What's it called? In Hawaii, we call it high maka maka. Where your maka is too high for you, you know, or where you deem yourself higher than the rest of people. Where your breast is worth more than others. Which is basically what high maka maka means. Essentially, he was one of those guys that was like, hey, he actually had the balls to admit that he doesn't actually believe most of his theories. He just does it for the show. And to have somebody, a content creator, admit that was really great. I think another one actually is Nate Wants to Battle. Nate Wants to Battle has not made a lot of stuff. But it turns out the reason why he hasn't made a lot of stuff is because he doesn't want to anymore. And I'm like, Nate Wants to Battle of all people. I wasn't expecting him to hit hard. But when I saw his video, it actually hit pretty hard because some of the first whenever I discovered music on the internet, on YouTube, it was Nate Wants to Battle. So, like, that's kind of like how I feel about it. Also, speaking on something good, when it comes to I'm not gonna lie. As I saw you, I saw True You Really Enjoy Her on YouTube, which is rare, and it's better than people Nightmare Frame, so that's why I don't care about the rest of it, is because I earned it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, thank you for that. Because like that's like very important when it comes to content creation, is true passion. That's why I don't usually make builds for other warframes necessarily. Unless it's like a weapons platform build or something. Oh, unless I'm just fucking around and making a fun build. It's because I truly have real passion for your running. And by extension, Warframe. Warframe, like, having a real passion is extremely good. Hi Maka Maka, holier than thou. Yes. Exactly. Hi Maka Maka, holier than thou. You stole gyro from me? Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering about that, because I was thinking in my head. I was thinking in my head, where the hell did I get this idea from? And I was thinking in my head, you remember you know Terrifying Tessa? I was thinking terrifying Tesla, but my brain thought it got that from somewhere, but I don't exactly know where I got it from. And I was actually really confused on who I got it from. Yeah, I uploaded it, and my brain was like, are we missing something? Did we steal this from somebody? And I think I might have. I think I might have stole terrifying Tesla from you. My bad. I know you were saying you were making a gyre build, but like, I don't entirely know. I don't know your build, so I didn't know what it was. But it was Terrify and Gyre, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, 4, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, my bad. I actually was like confused on where I got that idea from. Also, I think if I'm going to be using this compressor, I'm gonna see if I could make it into an actually like full-on balls to the wall good build. No, I have one running right now and it's actually not on my armor using any orange ship. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah. Usually I would have went with a weapons platform build, but I decided not to go with a weapons platform build. Is that a wisp? No, it's not a wisp. It's a... Like, this is throwing me off because I'm not... It feels weird to be firing this. I got this one, Cade. Forward Akira. Ooh, nice. Dude, what's up? 1K is a lot. That's an expensive route.
A data conduit is open.
Would you really never thought you'd ownership with her? Yeah. Oh, compressor's maxed. Is your stuff maxed too?
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit
Hockey
is
car
closing
steady
fast.
border. Yeah. Ugh.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without
If only
you.
that had a negative, yeah. I outflexed him. Akicore. Akicore is good. I like Akicore. I would have showed him my compressor ribbon, but I'm not sure if I should do that. Okay, let's go flare. Let's see. You ready for invite? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hold on, hold on. Okay, get ready for a co-star, guys. I think I'm gonna go to there. Ready? Oh, ooh. What's this? Oh, there's a whole ass conversation that just happened last night. Jesus. Hello.
Hey, Jenna.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Running through a little bit of memory lane in my head, honestly. Just because, we were talking about, like, content creators that we're gonna miss.
Yeah, I know. I know
yeah.
Norman Caruso is taking a break as well off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of respect for MatPat because he is one of those people that will actually go and help out the smaller creators.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes well out of his way to do that. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people were heartbroken when MatPat decided to essentially no longer be the face in front of Game Theory. It's because he's garnered all of that respect from being one of those big creators that, yes, does actually make quite a lot on YouTube, but he doesn't go off and, you know, brag about big things that he does.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I actually failed to mention was Mark Rover.
Yeah.
He's also one of the ones that takes a lot of time out of his life to help out smaller channels.
Yeah. And I think that's like super like valuable
Yeah.
it's valuable to value the smaller man. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Because yeah.
As in the words of MatPat, you see, technically speaking, if everybody, you kind of have to have everybody achieve some sort of level of success to make the platform worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like, one of the reasons why I personally actually hate Markiplier and also Mr. Beast is because they're very big. Look at this big expensive car that I just bought with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You never see that with MatPat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he probably drives a very big fancy car. But he's
Right.
talking to you in the same sort of way that, you know, friends would talk.
Yeah. That's why I was saying, like, a very personal one-on-one relationship it was with MatPat.
Yeah.
Which is, like, important when it comes to content creation. Like, I do a lot of, like, streaming.
Mhm.
And even if I get big, I'm going to see if I could monitor your guys' chats, because I want to have at least a tiny bit of one-on-one with my audience, you know?
Yeah.
Because
I want to do the same.
I mean, when it,
Go ahead.
yeah.
This is your stream.
Yeah, but when it comes to the gig that I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
It's based on. It's literally the internet dad thing, although I'm doing it appropriately. I'm giving you a comfort, right? I'm a comfort streamer, and some people are like, "Oh, that would cause issues with like people thinking that it's serious," and I'm like, well, here's the thing: is that there's a proper way to handle it and an improper way to handle it to make sure that it doesn't get dangerous. What's it called? Parasocial. Parasocial isn't always a bad thing. It's just when somebody thinks they know you more than they do, and that could be. That could be like something that is really bad, but it's very, very rare to do that, right?
Yeah.
So a comfort streamer is someone you go to for comfort. It's kind of like the internet dad thing where it's like, oh, I like watching Andrew Tate because he teaches me about life. And my thing is like, you don't have to go to a life coach that is trying to milk you for all you're worth in order to have an internet dad thing.
No.
Because I will give you the hardcore advice and word it in a way where you can understand it. But I will also be there to talk to you, you know? I've done that for a lot of people. It'd be like if I said to join BBC because I know you, yeah. The thing is, like, it doesn't happen very often because sometimes I'm not ready for it. But every once in a while, I will stay in the Warframe chat and wait for people to show up. Because that's kind of like, you go to Discord to have a chance at doing that. And Butchie Cat managed to show up, but there was so many people there that I couldn't understand what Butchie Cat even sounded like. But
yeah,
I managed to get. I like to give all of like as many people as possible the comfort, because when it comes down to it, a lot of people are not looking to be successful. They're just looking for someone to talk to. You know.
Don't get me wrong. Success is great. Success is honestly great. But the thing about it is, it's kind of one of those things that I kind of want to be one of, like, as I constantly talk about making video games, I want to be one of those humble guys that, you know, is down to earth.
Yeah.
And also one of those CEOs that's greatly respected by gamers. Like the thing that made that kind of really sticks out to everybody is Satoru Iwata. He wasn't just, you know, a corporate CEO. No, he was one of us. He was a gamer. He was a very talented programmer.
Those are the best people who make video games, is the ones who are gamers, because they know exactly what the fuck we're talking about when we're complaining about something.
Well, exactly.
And that's why I say, like...
The thing that annoys the fuck out of me is when you have people like Todd Howard, yes, I'm calling out Bethesda on this, say that they are gamers, and then it's like, okay, well, then how come you didn't code your APIs right? Why doesn't it run? Just get a better computer. No. you say that it should run, it should run.
Yeah.
Personally, I like taking the Warframes approach on a PC. You see, I'm gonna make my game to run as decently as I can on the most potato computer I can get.
Yeah.
Reason being, for potential sales. That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
If you can get a game running on a... I like to use Sea of Thieves expression. If you can get the game to run on a potato, then more potatoes can essentially buy your game, which means more sales.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves is doing quite well. Because guess what? Most netbooks can run it.
Yeah. I think legitimately the reason why I think Dragon's Dogma is a good game, but I just don't like it, is actually for that reason. I could not run it, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but it could be so much better if there was more people able to play it.
It's kind of like Alan Wake 2. Like, I mean, okay, so you require an AMD Ryzen CPU, 7950, so that's the best CPU you can get. And I'm talking Canadian prices here, so bear with me. That's $1,500 for the CPU alone, not including motherboard. It requires a 4090. That's the recommended. That's a $3,000 GPU.
Yeah.
You want a motherboard that can house 128 gigs of RAM? Okay, so you're probably looking at about, you know, $1,500 for your motherboard. So we're already looking at a $6,000 computer before you consider a power supply. And, you know, you may as well buy a second one with NVIDIA being how power hungry they are. Have one separately for your GPU. 50 series will be requiring its own external power supply.
Yeah.
No joke.
Well, actually, on that note, Steel Crow, how the fuck is Bethesda gonna have a game that not only runs worse, but has a worse story than an adult game? Because here's the thing, like, you go to a game that's kind of like what's it called, Starfield?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a game that's kind of like Starfield. Is the game called
Subspace.
Subspace, yeah. Subspace is got a better fucking story and way funnier and way more interesting of gameplay than fucking Starfield.
And by the way, should I also mention that the characters are a hell of a lot more expressive.
Yeah.
And by the way, the artists have confirmed that before the game launched, they were probably only being paid about $1,000.
Yeah.
To fully animate the character, which is very low. Granted, you know, they have actually been paid a lot more since the game actually has had very good commercial success.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, you guys are not paid enough.
Yeah.
And as a guilty pleasure, yes, I have played the game.
The game is actually honestly pretty good.
Oh, no, it's actually really good.
I haven't played it, but like I have watched scenes and as well as gameplay from like people who like record it for adult stuff, and the gameplay is really interesting. It's really like
the gameplay does take a bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
But overall, I would still say it's a very good game.
And
it's
when
a lot more enjoyable
than
it's a lot more enjoyable than Starfield.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
When Starfield is being beaten by a fucking adult game, that's how you know that they have no passion. Because the thing about adult game creators is something really interesting. They don't necessarily have like the best skill, they have the best passion. So with what little skill they have the power to make an art piece.
Kind of changing subject a little bit, I kind of like it when, you know, you have a dev that actually pays attention to the criticisms and then takes notes. But it doesn't happen again. And this kind of goes into the game I am going to be streaming tonight.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Which, by the way, is... I guess I'll probably say it right now. I'm playing Forbidden West.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
kind
did we-
of
I think we
playing
went.
the. Yeah, I went through.
Yeah.
I'm leveling up Skyjati.
Okay. Good job.
He's level 13 right now.
Not wait for these
Yeah, it's one of the weapons for Elite Sanctuary I need.
Yeah, I managed to get a booster as well.
deaths.
Oh, nice. I got Cryotic.
Do not
Nice.
enjoy the protections of synthesis.
Yeah. Actually, no, I didn't get one from Tashin. I mean, Ordis. I bought it because I ended up whaling again. But essentially, I managed to get a hold of enough platinum to just blow on some stuff. Speaking of which, since you are having a little bit trouble with finances again, let me know if you need anything. I can grab you like a bunch of Forma or a bunch of potatoes, or depending on whatever you want. That way, you don't.
30 Forma right now.
You're sitting on 30 Forma. That's
Or-
good.
No, actually, I have 11. Well, 10, because I just used one for the Skyjati.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
know
good
if
for
you need.
Forma. Worst case scenario, I still have about 90 plat. I
Yeah.
could technically buy some more too,
Yeah.
but it might hold off right now.
Yeah, you might want to hold off just because the finances
Yeah.
have started to get hit again.
Yeah, I know. I
Maybe,
got the next couple months figured out, so at least that's kind of good.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of a safety.
Maybe later you can like say what happened, because I don't know why you would get fired.
I just wasn't working out.
Oh,
Not to mention my depression's kind of spiked up again.
that's true. Also,
Yeah.
hold off for Jade Shadows. Yeah, hold your money for Jade Shadows, because if you decide that you want something from Jade Shadows, she does have a secondary, a primary, and a melee. So she has things for everybody. She also has a support that does debuffing, which is nice, according to what they said. Dude, that guy has...
temporarily disabled that ability. Okay, that's fine. I healed my armor, so I don't really care.
Yeah. You did, are you doing purple and orange?
I think.
Yeah. I like purple and orange, actually. Well, I like weird colors, that's not...
If you went through, that's fine. I'm still going through.
yeah, we're still going.
Don't mind me. I just fell to my doom.
Yeah. So, okay,
Fell to my doom again.
you remember a long time ago when I said somebody contacted me to make a Korra and Venari animation?
Yep.
They contacted me again 2 weeks ago, and I didn't notice because I didn't log into my account all the times I was using it. So I was actually thinking that I might have an idea on what I can do for an animation when I feel like it. In fact, I was actually thinking I might take a break from streaming Dungeon Defenders tomorrow to make an animation. Because I'm feeling like it now.
I think next week I'm gonna try and end up finishing the video I've been kind of putting off for a while.
Yeah.
I need to start doing some recording for it.
Yeah. You do...
Right now, I'm trying to figure out finances for kind of another thing that I might end up doing, and it might also help take care of my job situation, assuming
Yeah.
that does work. Adult animations. That's what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, adult animations.
Yes, I did. I did replace Rhino's 1 discharge.
Yeah. There was the guy that we met on a different server, or at least him and Keith met, that was cooking with some crazy builds, and I think that's one of them. He's a new player that is just cooking up some weird shit. What was the other one that he had? He had another one? It was like... Oh, what was it? I forget what it was, but he had something else on another frame. Venari Explorer, huh? Yeah. The thing is, I would actually have to break a little bit of lore because Venari is female.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, if I were to do that, oh, yeah, I think went through. If I were to do that, I would probably want to do like, I would probably want to do just like a single position.
There is no conclusive evidence these data immortals possess.
Yeah, Venari is canonically female.
Yeah.
No recollection of what you have done to them.
In fact, what would kind of make it even a little bit more weird is, technically speaking, Venari is sometimes said to be kind of like a sister or something like that to Korra.
I think legitimately it's an extension of her will, so
Yeah.
she's the same person.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like masturbation.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's how I was gonna do it though. I was gonna make it like she's bored and she doesn't have a toy, but she wants to like get off, so she decides to use Venari as a toy. That's what I'm gonna do for the context. I can help with a position. I got hella fucked up mine, yeah. I think legitimately I'm gonna be using a position from this one game that I watch videos of sometimes. It's kind of like
cool.
it's kind of like standing, but like being pulled down by Venari slightly into a squatting position, and she's thrusting up. Which yeah. And also, I think I was gonna do that, and then I was gonna do like I think that's I was just gonna do a single position just to get like it done. 2 times the void traces back to back, and the second time I got I-10 sculpture is straight up stolen from the Cooper Lich. Oh, nice.
Oh, that sucks.
You gotta go beat up that Cooper Lich. No.
Speaking of which, I was trying to get a Kubelich the other day because I want to make my Subas a bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
wait.
have a 29% status. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to get a sister of Parvos until the new weapons come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost fell to my doom.
Alright, we can stay back.
A new data
Yep,
done.
staying back this time.
Our experiment moves to a new zone.
Yes, Venari is a feline.
Yeah, Venari is a cat.
Yes. But Venari is also a female cat.
Conduit is closing fast.
Yeah. Then again, it has been stated that Warframes are able to swap parts
Yeah.
by utilizing the infested flesh as like
Hunter,
a molding
the sanctuary
clay.
will go on without you.
So technically, you could get railed by a Ureli too.
Mm-hmm.
And because like Venari is like a separate thingy, you can get railed by Venari if she felt like it. Then Korra wouldn't even have to touch you. She could just tie you up and get you railed by the by the Venari. That would be kind of oddly funny, honestly.
Alright, tossing another Forma into this. Hey, Jazz.
Hey Jazz, we're
Okay.
doing leveling.
Fun. It was an interesting conversation that I joined in on.
Yeah.
Believe me, that's not the worst that you've walked in on.
Oh yeah.
And, it did
I still think my
definitely-
favorite was one time that my roommate was on VC, and then her current boyfriend, who was just a random person that came into my stream, ended up joining on. And quite literally, she's like, "And I'm a horny drunk," and he just walks in right as soon as she says that, and he's like, "Okay, that's nice to know." I don't even remember how we got into that conversation in the first place.
Was she drunk and horny?
Nope.
Oh.
No. We were just talking about how we were when we were drunk. I'm
Uh,
like, it depends on what I drink. At least that's what I recall.
Yeah.
Like,
So, like,
if
why
I
are
drink beer, worst case scenario, it kind of puts me to sleep.
People would probably be like, why are you putting crit on the compressor? Check this out. Check this out. So, keep in mind, this is a shotgun. And what I've said about shotguns before is that it has, like, multi-shot that's, like, a base, at least 4 with most shotguns. So, 6 times, what's it, 5. Boom. When you're ready, you have a 30% crit chance. On a shotgun, that is actually quite amazing. On a shotgun, 30% crit chance is pretty good. So, it's
Well,
not...
keep them.
Huh?
Another thing that you should probably mention is with a shotgun, it's per pellet.
Yeah, per pellet.
There's a multiplication as many pellets as you have.
Yeah.
So 30% times, let's say, like 5 pellets.
Mhm.
That's 150%.
Yeah. So basically, it's multi-shot of 10 with this, and that's like at base. So it's a multi-shot of 10, which means you're doing 10 instances of 30% crit chance. So technically, it's actually good to do this. This is a sculpture gone because you're ready prime. I filled a lit shit with 1600 void traces, and I use my 1600 void traces on the run. The first day you're ready prime is double check maximum, yeah. Also, I think I might fully whale for your relic. I'm just gonna straight up throw it out there that I think I might do that. Come on.
I have no idea what. Well, the next frame I might end up getting prime access for me would probably be Gyre.
Yeah.
That's assuming I end up having the funds.
That is
And then probably end up Dagoth as well. Because I really like both of them.
Yeah. Arthur.
I'm
Understandable, yeah. So, oops, let me get more forma. The reason, also, I think I mentioned this, but I'm gonna rehash it just because, it's really important to say. The reason why I rush forma is because I can save 5 platinum. And to show you the math of that, since I actually like bringing out the calculator now. So 5 platinum...
Well, here's the thing. If you're rushing it, you're only paying 10 plat per.
Yeah. So this is 35 cents. You're saving 35 cents. And it's like, oh, that's not that much. Dude, 35 cents fucking adds up. It's like people are like, why do you say? Actually, I mentioned somebody mentioned that on one of my videos. It's like, why do you mention like this thing when you could get bondos that have bonuses? I'm like, I never mentioned it, but like, I'm like, the reason why is because I want you to take in consideration the actual value of it, which is the very base with no bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be 30 plat in rush, yeah. So essentially, if you were to rush them, you would actually be saving enough to be able to get a hold of another 3 every, let me think, every like 30 like every like 6 times you do that. I feel like I'd rather craft them because plat cash money, yeah.
Yeah.
I think yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
The way that I see it is it also depends on how active you are in game too.
Yeah.
See, if you're planning on taking a break, the thing I like about Warframe is that there is the mobile app which you can boot up and claim stuff in your foundry, also put a bunch of stuff into your foundry. So those are usually the days that I'll be crafting Forma nonstop. If it takes a full day, doesn't bother me. I don't plan on playing Warframe for the next couple days.
Yeah.
Like, I'm streaming Warframe tomorrow. Tonight is Forbidden West. Which, keep in mind, I'm still kind of unsure how it's going to run on stream, but I'm pretty sure that it should be able to run a constant 60 FPS with with the settings that I have,
Yeah. Oops.
which is ideal.
Mhm.
Which is ideal. 1080p, 60 FPS, maybe 30 FPS or 30 FPS on big open high areas.
Mhm.
I think that should work, but we will see.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, I can't sell stuff anymore, so each plant I have is valuable for me. Yeah, Getter Kid
Yeah.
plays on Switch, so yeah, because his PC exploded, not like explode, but close enough.
Right.
Yeah. Let me try this.
Well, technicality. Oh yeah, right. You can't. You can only trade plat on Switch.
Yeah, you can only trade
Yep,
with plat
I
people.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't actually jumped on Warframe on Switch for quite a while now.
Mhm.
I'm playing basically exclusively PC.
Yeah.
His PC died.
Yeah, his PC fucking exploded. It didn't like explode. That's just why you say when something is like breaking. But like, his PC broke.
Yeah,
I think
to
I'm
be
gonna go
honest,
with-
I'm kind of actually amazed that my computer is still running with how hard I've been pushing it. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed
Mhm.
it doesn't fuck up anytime soon.
Did your power supply fuck up? Yeah. Uh-huh. And the one
the
thing,
reason why my shit is broken right now is because both the power supply and the motherboard both fried.
damn.
You see, this is also one of the reasons why I'm happy that I use a very stringent set of parts.
Integrity of this experiment will
Like I only go for a few manufacturers for things like motherboards or power supplies. And one of the things that I recommend that a lot of other PC people don't is always, number one, see what your system needs on minimum, overspec it. If you need 750 to run your GPU, that's a good baseline, but guaranteed, you're gonna want to go higher than the 750.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, I didn't build my PC, I bought mine pre-built.
Yeah.
Most
So generally speaking, pre-builts generally have the minimum requirements to run the system.
yeah.
So you add something like a hard drive, that'll push you over that mark. Now, to kind of, I guess, clarify a few things. Yes, a CPU that is rated at 750 can actually do usually around 11 or 1050 or something like that,
Yeah.
but not continually. They're only made to withstand certain spikes before
Yeah.
the capacitors actually blow out.
I think legitimately, you gotta remember that most people get stock because building a PC is not dangerous, but it's very like risky. Because if you fuck up thousands of dollars worth of shit.
Oh yeah, and
So-
my hand's
yeah.
way too fucking shaky to
Yeah.
think that I'm building
Yeah.
a PC pad, and I don't have the patience to do it myself.
Yeah.
Because then fucking research this shit with actually what parts work with others
Yeah.
parts. You gotta fucking do all this expensive fucking research and like
That's the one thing about like
so
there's one thing about like technology that I'd like to stress is whenever somebody's talking about like the best graphics card in the entire like game, like the was it the 4090?
Yeah.
Most stock computers do not have the fucking 4090.
No.
So when it comes down to it, it's like
Like, I mean, you buy a low-end laptop, it'll probably end up having a 4060.
yeah.
Like,
Like
hands down, it's probably going to end up having a 4060, which will be able to run Warframe.
yeah.
Forget about high-demand games like Dragon's Dogma or
data conduit is open.
Alan Wake.
Yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly, what's a good example? Actually, yeah, not Asmongold. What's his face? Moist Critical, Penguin Zero. is a good example of somebody who actually is a really high ranking, like, at least in the gaming scene, a high ranking gamer, who, if I remember correctly, he gets stock computers. So that whole thing of like, oh, he's just like me, he actually got the constant crashing. It's because he got a stock computer. So you look at how many people have stock computers with specifically AMD, like how popular AMD actually is.
AMD is insanely popular because it's cheap but also really good, especially recently.
So if you look at like,
I've been with AMD for quite a while, including their years that we don't talk about, when they were essentially a furnace in a box.
Yeah, essentially.
The FX chips that came up before the Ryzens, those are basically a fucking heater.
You look
GPUs,
at
you see 100 degrees on your system specs. Yeah, I should probably cool it down. The FX chip? Nah, that's normal. And you're just running Windows.
Yeah. The thing is, like, when you look at how many people who have stock PCs like me and I guess like Moist Critical as the example I used, you notice that like a lot of the time, like you look at how many people can actually run a lot of the modern games. It's not that many. Because when you look at PC master race, you're usually talking about like people who have built a PC. But most of the time, they buy it like a console.
The one thing that does kind of piss me off, and this goes with the companies that are doing the pre-builds, is them giving the wrong information to their customers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clarify this a lot, because many companies try and end up doing this. Well, if you have more RAM, your games are gonna run better. No, that's not how that works. RAM is a static thing. So when you're building a game, you can dictate on how much RAM your game is going to be required to run things like the AI, the controls, the user interface, all of that fun stuff, damage calculations. This is all set by the actual creators of the game. This is not something that dictates on how good your game is going to run. I'm trying to dumb it down. Yes, I know it's not entirely correct, but just simply having more RAM, contrary to what HP will say, and yes, I call out HP on this, they say having more RAM will give you about 300% increase versus having a better GPU. Having a better GPU will actually increase your system performance. Having more RAM, you're maybe looking at about a 1 to 2%. And we're not talking about RAM speeds, which, once again, will increase it.
Yeah.
We're talking about just more storage space. So like that 4 gig on your RAM stick being instead 8
So what
gigs.
you're looking for with RAM is not the RAM, on the RAM card is not the RAM amount, it's the RAM speed.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but generally speaking, a higher bus speed does kind of mean a better performance RAM.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
Processing
As Steel Crow ended up saying. See, RAM, just simply having faster RAM is not necessarily the answer, because you have to remember RAM and your CPU work in tangent with each other.
Yeah.
So if you have a very fast RAM, but your CPU cannot actually run with that, then you're going to have, less performance system. It's also the same with the GPU, as once again pointed out by Steel Crow.
Yeah.
That is a very true fact. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm having the bottlenecks that I am having, is because my CPU is just kind of outdated.
Yeah.
My GPU, technically, I don't need to upgrade. But I'm choosing to try and save towards an entire new computer because I'm going to be getting an AM5 platform. I'm currently running an AM4. And because of that factor, well, I need to get a new motherboard, I need to end up getting a new I need to get new RAM, so I may as well get a new GPU. So you see how it just kind of snowballs into this big expense that I have to pay for. I can save money on a cooling system, as I have a really good cooling system. In fact, I have 6 AIOs.
I'm trying to check if I have the damage output I need.
I've opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
Because especially with modern techniques, like AMD is starting to move less towards just a straight CPU, but more to what's known as an APU, or sometimes what's called an accelerated processor, where it could both be a GPU as well as a CPU. So the CPU can actually do gaming, and in fact, some of the new processors AMD launched this year, well, APUs, they can actually do pretty well by themselves without a GPU. Like running a game like Cyberpunk 2077 at 30 FPS without a GPU. 30 FPS, 1080p, Cyberpunk 2077. That's what one of their APUs was actually able to run consistently. And I know somebody that has the system and is able to stream with it. He has no actual dedicated GPU now.
That can be really good because
when you look at big expensive computers, a lot of the time, your biggest expense is getting your GPU.
yeah.
Like especially nowadays, it's not uncommon to see GPUs going for, well, the 4090 right now is actually going for about $7,000.
$7,000 fucking dollars?
Oh,
Yeah, that's US.
That's bullshit. That's actually irritating. And fucking... Here's the thing about that, is if we're in need of stuff that powerful to play these damn games, but keep in mind, one thing I would say is if you're worried about like a $70 game, you shouldn't be gaming. You should actually be looking into financing better before you start getting back into gaming. But like, paying that much money for the ability to actually play a game is some fucking bullshit. $77,000?
I can understand. I can understand the point about being able to kind of push towards the upper tier. I understand that, but at the same time, the more people that can play your game generally means that you're going to be able to make more sales. That's just common knowledge.
But a lot of games nowadays, they require something that big in order to play in the first place. And when it comes down to it, like I do believe that if you're worried about $70 games, you shouldn't be playing games. You should be focusing on your finances until you can get back to playing games. But like, to have a computer cost, a single part of a computer no less, cost more than $1,000 is some bullshit to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it actually gets me like all pissy because
Honestly,
I don't
see
think
much of a reason for an entire computer being more than 4,000.
4,000 is reasonable, but like that's usually because
$4,000 I usually see as the upper echelon of gaming. But that wouldn't be something I'd be trying to, let's say, sell to you. I'd be selling that more to an audio professional.
Yeah. When a game that's $70 is basically, the way I see it is that eventually it was gonna happen because you know, inflation happens to require more of a investment from consumers, right? And so I knew it was gonna happen, right? But there's also cheaper options for games if you really want to. But like, when it comes to financing as a thing, a lot of people are struggling to get games and are still playing games without necessarily having the ability to have the finances necessary to do it. And most of the time, it's just maybe you should just quit some of your subscriptions if you're gonna be gaming. Like I am on SSI and I'm able to like purchase like any game I want. Well, probably not not like a elite version or something that's like $100. But I could technically buy any game I want and be completely fine. But there's a lot of people who are struggling to live and play video games at the same time. And I think that it comes down to
going through the portal? I'm good.
I think legitimately, if you're struggling to choose between food and video games, I think you should choose food first and get your finances set together.
Scarecrow does bring up a good point. Those games are going around the $80 to $90 price range nowadays.
80 to 90? I thought they went to 70 and they were going to stop there for a few years.
No.
They're going to 80
and then you got
and 90.
some companies like Ubisoft, which is trying to push the price even higher.
Oh, that's stupid. Well, when it comes to
Honestly,
that,
after Ubisoft CEO's comment about how we should be okay with not owning games, I don't know. I just if the game is, let's say, like a live service, let's say like Warframe, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, based off of what I'm seeing, at least for now, I'm pretty sure once the Warframe team is actually done with the game, and actually wanting to shut it down, I'm pretty sure they'll end up launching the dev tools to the open, like to the community, and being like, well, if you guys want to host it, here you go. But just so you know, we're not doing any troubleshooting.
Yeah.
You guys want to host it, it's all good.
That'd be good. I think legitimately,
that's the way that I think online services should be done.
Yeah.
I get the factor of the company having to shut it down, but to simply say, oh, well, nobody can play this game and we're going to revoke status from you, that I think is cruel.
Mm-hmm.
That I think is cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you end up having a very active community.
Yeah. Excuse my French, but the whole you should be okay with not owning what you buy take it maybe so retarded. Yeah. I think legitimately, video games have always been a thing of like you're renting a license. But I think the way he worded that was fucked up. Because we always technically never owned our games. We had a license to play it. But the fact that he's over here saying straight up that he can take anything he wants from you and you have to be okay with it is some bullshit. Because, like, yes, I understand that we technically never have owned our games. But we shouldn't have to fear it being taken away from us for any reason, At that point, you're buying a game, you're buying a license, yeah. Because you've always technically been buying a license. That's like a thing. But to treat
that's
the disrespect of it.
Yeah. That's also something that definitely needs to be better worded in the actual, I guess you could call it EULA. Yeah,
but my thing is, like, yes, you're purchasing a license, but I think legitimately, we shouldn't have to fear it being taken away from us unless we fuck up, right?
Yeah.
The fact that we have to fear it being taken away from us and we just have to, like, get used to it, quote unquote, is fucked up. Gina, Okina Prime unique? Oh, yeah. Sorry. We just remembered. Okay. Oh, we just remembered. We just remember that we're looking for the unique of the Okina Prime, if it has one. Okay, okay, it does not have a unique, unfortunately. But I can look at the combos for you. So, ooh, that's pretty good. Guaranteed knockdown with a 400% on the third hit. Guaranteed slash on the second hit with a 200% hit multiplier. And 300% hit multiplier on the first one. Weapon description? Oh yeah, that's also a good idea. Hey, Orikai. It says, enforce authority with these fine-edged blades. Hey, Argyle. We're just having conversations about expensive games. Uh,
High demanding games, I think,
yeah.
is the more technical
High
term.
demanding games is also another one because
Yeah.
it started off with that where it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I just honestly laugh at companies like Alan Wake, and it's like recommended specs. Okay, recommended specs. Running this, you wonder why anybody can buy your game. Nobody can run the fucking game.
Yeah.
If nobody can run it, then how do you expect sales to be good?
Yeah. Because also another thing is like Yakados is a game developer, so he would kind of sort of know like how it works.
As game devs, we have a lot of tools. For example, we have the Steam charts, which actually show what is a typical person running and how many people are running it. We don't, of course, see names, but we see, a chart of, okay, here's some of the most popular GPUs that people are playing with on Steam.
When buying,
here's the most popular GPU. Here's the amount of RAM. Like all this stuff, we can actually pull out to help dictate on how we're gonna be.
Yeah.
How we're actually gonna be structuring our game.
Yeah. And also,
and it's like, okay, yes, you do want to support the players that do have the hardware, but not everybody is.
Yeah.
Personally, I look at the factor of, okay, so let's aim for the lowest shot in the barrel that we can go, and make the game look spectacular to them. And then we can end up also supporting those people that have the high tier stuff, but not alienating those that don't.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because it's just simple.
Yeah.
Hey, Nightales.
And then when it comes, Kiddo Kid says,
hello.
If buying a game isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing is a crazy quote, which is true when we play that game. I think legitimately because
Skull and Bones is a very pirated game.
Yeah.
For a bit of irony there.
Yeah. I think legitimately, like stealing is, when it comes to like pirating games, like technically you're stealing the license, but the way I see it is, it's the way he said it more than anything else. Because no, we haven't necessarily ever owned the game. We can't we don't own like the game itself. We own a license to play it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, he made it in a way where he said essentially, we can take this away from you and there's nothing you can do about it. And that is fucked up. Like, and the way he actually said it specifically was extremely uncalled for. So it's like yes, we don't own it, but you should give us the safety of mind knowing that unless something goes wrong, like the servers have to be shut down, we can still have our game. To straight up say that we have to get used to not owning our stuff is not only disingenuous to the fact that we never did in the first place, but it's also extremely what is that? It's extremely bad wording, especially when you're already having a hard time winning the people's trust, right?
Yep.
Especially when like there's a lot of people who are okay with the fact that they technically don't own it, but the fact that you have to go over there and tell them in a way that makes it feel like they do not feel safe owning that thing because they could always be taken away from them. That's like, yeah, it's like, that's not great. The way he worded that was super fucked up. It goes to the thing of that I really hate when it comes to companies is disrespecting the customer.
Yep.
It's like, oh, get used to it because it's just the way it is. That's not entirely the way you want to word that. Todd Howard is actually...
One of the reasons why so many people hate Bethesda is because you had the balls to basically say, well, if you can't run the game, you get a better computer. We're not going to fix our problems.
That's literally what the same thing with Todd Howard too is like. He literally said he's taking no accountability for the fact that his game can't run.
Yeah.
Don't bite the hand which feeds you. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word. We feed you, literally. We give you our money in order to have access to these games, and you're gonna over here and treat us like shit? We feed you, motherfucker. You're big ass. You're big ass
not
CEO.
supporting something. Yeah. I understand not supporting something from several decades ago.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mhm.
Technology has changed quite a few in 2 decades. Heck, even a decade. Like you go back a decade, and AMD Ryzen didn't exist.
Mhm. Oh,
But yet, you look at how far AMD's gone with Ryzen, and basically how, I guess you could say, terrible Intel is nowadays.
Mhm.
It's kind of surprising.
You killed a baby cockroach? Nice. That's another 1,000 cockroaches that will not. Yeah. That's another 1,000 cockroaches that will not exist. That's good.
Good.
Doom 1 is
Good
still played.
job. Keep
Doom
doing
1.
your job.
By the way,
Doom
do you
1
want to
is
join
still.
us with Sanctuary Onslaught?
Yeah.
We're just leveling up stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Doom
I
1
know
is
about
still
multi-net
played
pros.
because people emulated it, which I think is the good version of emulation because if I remember correctly, the creators of Doom are okay with it because they know that they cannot support it anymore. So they allow you to save it essentially. When it comes to a game that's like got servers, sometimes they run out of the money necessary to run the servers. Oh, oops. Ninetales does not have a. Yeah.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like.
So,
Yeah.
first off, the money thing is one of the things that you have to kind of think about.
Yeah.
But there's also another aspect as well. Because the game runs on an older server and it's built on very old code, there's only so much time that you can do to apply updates to said server
Yeah.
so that it's actually security clearance and whatnot.
Yeah. And there's very many reasons why something with a server would go down besides like money and stuff. But like when it comes to a game that isn't on a server, that isn't online or not all the time, I think it should be saved, but it shouldn't be stolen. Because
Here's my biggest thing with emulation is I'm completely fine with emulation as long as it's not a console that's currently relevant.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
take for example the Nintendo Switch. It's a currently relevant console. And personally, since the console is considered relevant at present time, I think Nintendo and every publisher that's making a game for the Switch should have the right to make money.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, the Nintendo Switch should be illegal to emulate until the successor is made and the Switch is no longer in relevance.
Yeah.
As long as there's new games coming out for the Switch, even after the Switch 2 comes out or whatever they call it, it's still relevant.
Yeah. It basically, if the console is still being supported and sold and created and built, I think legitimately it's better to like wait to emulate it until afterwards, because
like when that does happen. But I'm not talking about distribution of games. I'm talking about just backing them up and having them on a server for the time that the Switch is no longer relevant.
Yeah. I'm definitely okay with it's not a black and white thing. That's like the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Emulation is not black and white. Because
everybody thinks it's a black and white discussion.
Yeah.
As you can be either for it or completely against it.
Yeah.
And like it's a lot more complicated than you might realize.
Yeah. That's how I've always thought about it actually when I actually found out what emulation was. Because there are people who use it to steal, and there are people who use it to preserve. The preservation is good, right?
Video game preservation, I think, is very, very important.
It's extremely important.
Take, for example, GoldenEye, which I don't know if you know this, But the original actual N64 build of GoldenEye that is on Nintendo Switch Online and was later ported to Xbox Game Pass. Funny thing is, that version no longer exists.
Yeah.
They actually had to buy the version to then port to the Switch and the Xbox Game Pass from a guy that did that.
Yeah. I think there's actually like this weird conversation.
This is an official thing, yes. And this is not the first time that Nintendo has actually had to pay an emulation because they were too lazy to back it up.
Yeah.
Mario 64 is another great example of this. In their HD remake, they did have to essentially buy a license from a guy that backed it up. Because they don't have the original source code.
Yeah. I think legitimately,
Exactly, Silkrow. Video games are history.
yeah, video games have a lot of history to them. Like,
We might look at old NES games and be like, well, you're just, a knight in shining armor saving a princess. Well, it's this knight in shining armor that later became a character like Link, for example.
yeah,
Or I guess a green tunic, but you get the idea.
this green tunic is iconic.
It's this little blue guy that later became Mega Man, for example.
Yeah. Or
Kids these days, in my opinion, are kind of spoiled.
they
You're
are.
looking at the stuff that me and Jenna grew up with. Like, my daughter has a little Nintendo NES emulator that I call her Game Boy, and it's in
Yeah.
perfect color. I'm like, I would have dreamed about having something like that, being her age.
Yeah.
But no, the best that I got was a Game Boy Pocket, which, by the way, in the right tools, as underpowered as the Game Boy was, it's amazing what they were able to do. This is one thing that pisses me off with devs nowadays. Oh, the console is so underpowered, I can't program a video game for it. It's funny how creative tweaks and such sometimes define a game.
Yeah. I think legitimately, when it comes to
technicalities,
yeah.
NES and the Game Boy cannot do a technique known as parallax scrolling. That's where you have two scrolling backgrounds on a game
Yeah.
going in opposite directions. Or, yeah, two or three. But yet, they were able to pull it off on the NES, where it wasn't technically possible, and also the original Game Boy.
Yeah. We after 1990 and before 2015 are the golden age of yeah. I think legitimately, as we got my now broken PC, I feel like a child and extremely happy, and it alone making me took 10 minutes and I was still happy. Yeah, I think legitimately that's kind of like a thing that I see as a positive that is considered a negative to a lot of other people. Yeah, we do see it. Is I grew up with consoles that were so weak that they had nothing but lag as my shit. To a point where all these motherfuckers bitching about lag and stuff don't really realize how fucking good they got it. Because the lag that I see on their computer, right, is like, oh, this is probably a weird way to say this, but it's like a 500 milliseconds of difference, right? 500 milliseconds of difference in your fucking lag. Dude, I could still fucking beat you with that. Don't come to me and say your lag is so bad that's why you're losing. I can fuck you up with that lag. So if I'm playing competitive games all my life with that, and only recently being able to play without a single hint of lag, I think you're complaining about something that it doesn't even matter as much as you think. Oh, it doesn't run at 60 frames per second. It only runs at 55. Bitch, do you even see a difference? Like, do you
I can, 'cause
seriously
I can
see a
see-
difference?
I can actually see a difference.
Yeah,
But then again, if we're talking about 60 to 55, honestly, you're not dealing with that much.
yeah.
What
Like,
I call
you-
extreme issues is when you're going from a 60 FPS target to, let's say, like a 7.
Yeah.
That's a huge problem.
Yeah, and I used to play on 7 FPS sometimes whenever somebody would spam a bunch of abilities, I'd still kick their ass. Now that I have no lag, I am actually one of the best aims in that I know. Except for Keith, who actually has a controller aiming thing, which is interesting. He got snappy fingers, but whenever somebody's like, "Oh, I can't hit the head," I'm over here like, "Okay, boop, 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 boop." I just got 5 headshots in a row.
Honestly, a lot of the time I just do a spread shot.
Yeah, spread shots okay.
Heads around this height. You'd be amazed how many. Yeah, controller with aim assist.
Yeah, I think Keith might not have aim assist on, but that because he says that aim assist actually throws his aim off, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I'd trash Wi-Fi for 4 years to the point where I have 5-second delay in Clash Royale from placing cards for them appearing on the battlefield. I still won't cry about 55 FPS. Yeah, I've seen kids cry about it being 60 FPS. And I'm like, you know, I played on 30 FPS my whole life just because it's the one I can run, and it would go down to like 20, 25 or 15 or something, and I wouldn't fucking complain about that.
The way that I see it is, if you're losing 10 frames, honestly, you're not really losing that much.
Yeah.
15 is a bit pushing it, especially under high loads, but I'd still say that's reasonable.
Yeah.
It's when a game has those severity drops.
Yeah.
That's when I say it's a huge issue. Yeah.
I honestly appeal to a lot of older people. I look at my analytics and I'm like, huh, most of you guys are fucking 30. Because
What's
like the
hilarious
internet,
is I built my first computer when Windows 95 was a thing.
yeah. And I legitimately, the spoiledness of kids has always sort of like bothered me. Because I technically am considered spoiled and I know how it can ruin your life. But like, seeing a bunch of kids be more spoiled than I ever was, and I'll also be complaining about shit that isn't even like really that big of a deal, is kind of interesting. What's a good example? Like, people. Oh yeah, this is probably a really extreme example, but you know your people are really fucking privileged when they have to when they are protesting at a school, taking one over, and then the cops come and nobody fucking dies.
Yeah.
A bunch of them got tased, which was funny as shit, but we're so privileged that we have to build our own problems, and whenever we do something stupid, like do a crime to make a point, we kind of sort of get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, let me read these as well. Damn, we're old. I have my shitty Wi-Fi now. Sometimes I have like 2,000 ping and I'm just waiting for the lag to go away. The worst part is I play Titanfall, and sometimes I best from my team even with Wi-Fi. Yeah. Sometimes when you have really bad Wi-Fi, you learn to outskill the Wi-Fi. That's how I'm able to hit heads, because I learned how to hit heads during really, really bad lag. And my timing is really good and stuff like that. And it's just like...
I guess we should leave after this round.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I think my shit is like on one ear right now.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is kind of one of those things that, if not properly configured, then it could be a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And then there's also certain other issues as well. Like, I configure my own router. Yes, it is technically one provided by the ISP, but they actually know what they're talking about. And I've gotten permission to build custom firmware for my router.
should I go with should I go with heated charge and where'd it go? Scorch? Or should I go with I don't know.
I don't claim to be an expert in anything, but I could always help you guys with any particular questions you guys have.
Let me see. A whole generation 5-year-olds are fucked. The worse conditions are, the better players you are, pretty much.
A lot of what I actually know about building computers and IT stuff is just honestly me just typing in codes and seeing what I can end up coming up
If
with.
you can't play with bad Wi-Fi, you have no skill in the first place, pretty much. I think playing in certain like playing in with a handicap is oddly enough a really good way to allow yourself to get better. And people like to say, "Oh, get good," but a lot of them have this weird situation where they won't challenge themselves, and that's part of getting good. Not just Wi-Fi, yeah.
I think another thing that a lot of people tend to not realize is having to redo. Like, one of the things that I honestly do a lot of the times is look at my builds and seeing how I can better them. And I purposely change my builds every so often.
Yeah.
Like, even my favorite frame, I have, well, Korra, I have 5 Korra primes. Everyone runs a separate build. Why do I have 5 Korra primes? Why can't I just have the 1? Well, because I love Korra, and 2, because I like the challenge. And it kind of is one of those things that makes Warframe fun. Instead of just relying on the one build, I try and actually do other builds entirely. So using different abilities, using different sort of techniques. That's what makes Warframe fun for me. And if you keep running the same weapons all the time, you're going to get stagnant. You're going to end up having, nothing to really learn. Part of what actually made me a good player, and also Jenna as well, is we've spent a lot of time, toying around with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Figuring out how they tick. Figuring out, okay, this is how damage numbers actually calculate. Like, I can look at most weapons, and without actually looking at or actually running the math, I can get a pretty accurate figure in my head what that damage is going to be.
Yeah. I think legitimately, the opposition is the greatest teacher is probably a good idea, a good thing as well. It goes to a thing that I learned. It's actually a piece of advice that I actually crafted from, like, a lot of, like, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to fail, and never be afraid to put in effort. Your effort will beget failure, but your failure will beget greatness. Because if you learn how to ask yourself what you did wrong and how you can fix it the next time, you can do better the next time it happens. So never be afraid to fail, and never be afraid to put in effort. Because when it comes down to it, the reason why I'm so good at video games, I have failed all those times.
Since me and Ninetales are currently in a squad, it's just easier that way.
Yeah. Also, it's another thing of, like, being a VTuber is actually another way to say it as well. Like, if you want to like, I actually say this a lot about, like, VTubing stuff, but, like, one of the things that people kind of sort of forget when it comes to being a content creator, it's actually a lot more harder work than you would think. And the one thing is, you have to put in a lot of effort. Because the reason why PewDiePie is not because PewDiePie is privileged. It's because he put in a lot of effort when at the right time.
Yeah.
You look at his videos and you realize he did this all himself. So, like, especially as it's the right timing, and he had put in a lot of effort to do what he does.
Like,
So
one of the things that you have to one of the things that you have to remember about content creation is no matter how you try and word it, it's gonna like the funny thing is watching a stream, you think that there's not much work that actually goes into it. But the energy that you actually put into, let's say, creating this persona that you are on stream actually requires quite a bit of energy and a lot of foresight too. Like whether you want to be a very accepting community or if you want to be something like Dr. Disrespect, a complete asshole that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it may not like PewDiePie himself, but I respect him for the work that he did.
Yeah. Like, Dr.
And
Disrespect.
In some ways, that kind of makes our jobs a little bit easier because he did it before us.
Yeah. Dr. Disrespect is, like, he built his thing off of disrespect. But the thing is, like, he actually mentioned, like, something during one of his, during an outburst of some sort. He does what he does because he cares about his community, and his community wants him to be that way. It's a character, you know? And sometimes putting on an act is tiring, especially when you don't feel like it. That's why he had his little meltdown, is because he was being challenged about him being, like, a privileged streamer, and he's like, motherfucker, I have done this because I wanted to do it for you. That's exactly what his outburst was, and it's like, when you look into it, he did that for him, and he's over here treating him like shit. But it's like, yes, he's built himself off of, like, being disrespectful, but that's just like, you have to play a certain role if you're gonna be a content creator.
And
like,
those roles, just like an actor, do take quite a bit of energy.
Yeah.
Like, some people would say making a video is sometimes harder than putting on a stream. And in some aspects, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
But streaming does require a lot of foresight and a lot of, I guess you could say, tips of the personality to really get right.
Yeah. An example is with making videos the same, because
Like,
I have a problem getting back in, because I completely was out of more easy, more you do, which is trial and error, so you get better with doing more. Yeah. Like, I have, like, 300 videos, technically. But, yeah. So, to some people, putting on a mask is harder than others, exactly. Like, what a good example I can use for myself, like, I've actually mentioned this before, but I am actually, like, extremely racist. But the thing is that I have to put on the mask of not being so, in order to make sure that everybody feels comfortable. And the thing is, like, every once in a while, I'll have a fit of, like, wanting to do something really racist, but I don't do it. And it is stressful trying to stop yourself from doing something you usually do, right? That's the mask I have to put on as somebody who is more accepting than they actually are. When it comes to, like, somebody like Dr. Disrespect, apparently his thing is, in real life, he's actually super nice. But when he's playing a game, he has to say some fucked up shit. But he also has to say it within the lines of what Twitch will allow, right? You can say fucked up shit.
Another thing that you should also mention is, remember that this character that you play, or this persona that you give off, has to be a version of yourself.
Exactly.
Because keep in mind, the face that we put on stream is something that is genuine.
Yeah.
Don't understand that we're saying you have to play a character and essentially be paid for it, and that's not the real you. No.
Yeah.
Those people that aren't genuine,
yeah.
Those people that aren't genuine are not trusted by their fans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Those goes for to some people. Let me see. Those who videos and streaming try to stream, and honest, I can't do it so good. So, how hard is the stream? Yeah. Like, when it comes to streaming, it's like a thing where instead of, like, acting for a small role, you have to act for 3 hours straight. Speaking of which, it's been 3 hours, but you know what? Oh shit, I gotta do a video today. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of energy, but I gotta go get some lunch and get the video done. Sorry, guys. This actually has been very fun, though. But, I gotta turn it in after this one, but I'm gonna level up my compressor first.
Alright, sounds good.
But, yeah, but on the content creation thing, it's like, sometimes the mask is literally just an exaggerated version of the real you. Like, yes, I'm racist, but I'm also extremely loving, and that's the part I focus on the most. I focus on the loving part of myself because, you know, I like to be that internet mommy or internet daddy, depending on whatever you feel like it. Also, I might have accidentally went through the thing. Oh, no, Maradona went through the thing. Oh, wait, we have to. Yeah, I have to do my compressor. My compressor isn't fully maxed.
Yeah, in about 2 hours, my stream's gonna start, so I gotta get that set up.
Yeah, I'd probably join you. I'd probably like lurk that way because I'm not gonna be playing the game with you, so it probably wouldn't make sense.
Well, it's a solo. It's a solo game today, so nobody's gonna be playing the game with me.
Yeah. I gotta do that video.
So I should probably mention I did not pre-play this game. A lot of the solo games I tried to pre-play at least once, so that people don't spoil it for me.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I honestly hate is those people that jump in on stream and are, you know, talking about major story elements, and it's like, dude, can I just play the game for myself? Or try and help you, and it's like, I didn't ask for help.
What game was it again?
Forbidden West. Horizon.
Forbidden West? Oh, yeah. I think legitimately, spoiling the game is probably, like, the greatest sin of the internet. Because it's not the fact that it's like really bad, it's more the fact that it's like it's so common to happen. But like honestly, when it comes to a game that has a good story, spoiling it is probably fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not like the worst thing. I think the worst thing would probably be like an actual crime. But like cringe. Cringe is a good one. But like when it comes to spoiling is cringe. Spoiling is different kind of cringe, but cringe is like the biggest sin. It's like doing...
it was funny when I was streaming Xenoblade for like my second time on stream. Keep in mind, at that point, I've already played the game myself about 5 times through the story.
Yeah.
But one guy was trying to spoil it for me, and I'm like, dude, I've already beaten the game several times. What do you mean? Yeah, I've already beaten the game several times. But it says this was a file created just strictly for stream.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, here's my main. You see? 3,000 hours in it. Yeah. How did you get that high? Because I played the fucking game.
The anime is probably a big thing when it comes to spoiling. A lot of people like to do reviews and stuff like that, which I watch a lot of reviews. But there's certain anime that I do not want any, like, spoilers on that I actually intend on watching. In actuality, Konosuba is one of them. I did not get any spoilers on Konosuba. Because it's a fun, not serious anime, right? And I do love those. So I have, like, an intention to watch it. But something like Made in Abyss, I already know what's gonna happen. Because I don't intend to actually watch it, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like, actually, I think we mentioned this earlier. Gushing Over Magical Girls. I watched that, binge watched it with some people. I'm not gonna say who though. But that shit was so fun. It's like, yes, it's a doujin, and yes, the characters are a little young. But it was the fun and whimsicalness of it that I liked. But also like it is a really gross anime, and I'm not gonna shy away from that. I'm not gonna like, can't wait for season 2. Yeah, apparently season 2 is gonna have actual like. I'm not exactly sure about like the whole thing about season 2, but I know season 2 is gonna have more like combat or something. Them actually fighting. And apparently some development in the story that's like more intense. But it's good to have the first season. Story. Yeah, it's gonna have story besides just like establishing things.
Yeah.
Like what we cannot have. Yeah. We like what we cannot have. Yeah. And some people are like, oh, you're watching that, so you're like, you're a bad person. I actually seen this before. But I think it's like, you're a bad person if you agree that's a good thing to do. That's how I see it. It's like, oh, it's like it's a doujin about schoolgirls. I'm like, I didn't say it was a good thing. I just said that it's a show that I like to watch. Because I think I was having that conversation.
You can end up arguing that most of their Persona franchise is kind of like a doujin. Like, I mean, they're all from 3, 4, and 5. They're all high schoolers.
And doujin basically means that it's like halfway porn.
My understanding was, yeah. 3 actually does have a naughty scene.
It does? Oh, I'm interested.
I mean, it happens under the covers, but actually there's quite a few in 3.
Yeah. I think I was having a conversation with Keith actually. He was saying how like predators are like something that should like, we were talking about like punishment in prison and stuff, and we're like, he basically was like, all predators are like super bad, and I was like, yeah. And then he said this weird thing, was like, he said something along the lines of like, people who fantasize about it are just as bad. And I said like, the difference between like somebody who fantasizes about it and somebody who actually does it is whether it is like a 3-step thing. Actually, we both mentioned this, but a 3-step thing. First, fantasizing about it. Second, agreeing that it's a good thing, which is like the big step that's like really bad. And third is doing it.
Yeah.
Most of the time when somebody is fantasizing about it, they are on the first step, but they do not have the second step. A lot of people who are like doing a lot of doujin games, who let themselves get absolutely railed by somebody, they don't believe that it's a positive thing. They just like it. Hold on, ain't it definite franchise? Really? Is that what it means? It's off-brand? I thought, okay. I thought doujin was like hentai.
No.
No? Okay.
Doujin is just off-brand, not official. That's literally what doujin translates into.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, how come all the doujin I've ever seen was just like porn? Is that just like the
majority of it is basically porn. But it's fanfic in the most part.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's like fantasizing about robbing a bank. You know how many fucking times I have fantasized about robbing a bank? I will be at the bank.
Or how many times you'll be coming home and you're like, I wish I could go rob a bank.
Yeah, like I'll be at the bank. I'm like, damn, I could just like reach over and take that lady's money because the cash register is fucking right there. And here's the thing, I know it's a bad thing, so I never take that second step. I never take the second step of believing that's a good thing. I actually like a lot of illegal shit, actually. Like, for one, punching a guy in the face.
No.
I fantasize about punching a guy in the face a lot, but I know that's bad. It's when somebody says punching a guy in the face is warranted, no matter what, like, without, like, actual reason. That's when you know the person's probably taking the second step and probably has put their hands on somebody before. Humans are horny and this is the most fiction is adult. That makes sense.
No, we are saying hentai is hentai. That's not arguing.
Yeah, hentai is hentai.
It's a factor of doujinshi being essentially porn.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like a Playboy magazine. It's just off-brand stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like fanfic comics.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think what it means is like exactly what we're saying is like doujin is fan fiction and hentai is hentai.
Yeah.
So that means what I'm looking for in that one website is not doujin, it's the H games. That's good to know. That's why I keep fucking getting put in the spot that has like a bunch of fan games without having like sex in it. I got to sum it up. What's this? Oh yeah. Oh, you were talking about your last comment. Okay, yeah. Dojin does not equal pornos. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, exactly. That's what we were just saying.
Yeah, pretty much. That Dojin equals
Exactly.
fan fiction. Dojin, I think I actually might be into like Dojin a little bit. Like, what's a good example is like shipping. I know some people are like really mad, like they get super aggressive about shipping. But like,
No.
if you do it properly and
Thank you.
like basically show it as like this is a fiction, a fan fiction, instead of taking it so seriously like Genshin Impact does, or basically anything gacha, then it can be a really wholesome experience. Like my thing with like shipping the lunatic cultist's daughter with the Terrarian. The Terrarian literally has like a weird little sexual aggression with the lunatic cultist's daughter, and that's like how they met. Like they know the lunatic cultist. It's just that it's because they are trying to get with their daughter, right? Just because I think that's a weird thing that I decided to have that thing. MHA, yeah, MHA is really fucking bad with it. MHA is just like the gacha games. They believe that if their shit isn't canon, they have to throw a massive tantrum.
Yep.
And what's even worse is if like they actually have a relationship, like an actual relationship in the canon, and then people are like, no.
You know what I find hilarious?
What?
So I'm gonna use Xenoblade as an example, and so contrary to popular belief, and this was actually confirmed by one of the writers of Xenoblade 3, in the original drawing stages of Xenoblade 3, Rex was only supposed to marry one woman.
Ready?
But it's because there are so many doujinshi depicting him actually marrying 3. So a bit of spoiler for you guys that haven't played Xenoblade 3, Xenoblade 2.
Opened a new data conduit.
Yes, Rex had 3 kids with 3 different women.
Damn.
He had 1 kid with each of them. Are you going through or no?
I think we should.
Hunter,
Because
You think
the
we
others
should?
went, yeah, the others did too.
enter the data conduit.
I gotta do my video soon.
Yeah, it was honestly because the fans wanted Rex to, end up having that, so they're like, well, the fans want it, we'll do it.
Shit's
And what's
been-
funny is that then there's people who are like, oh, but he's only gonna marry 1 woman. No, canonically speaking, he married 3.
Wait. Aren't the blades machines?
Nope.
Oh. For some reason, I thought the blades were like machine slaves. I thought they were like.
No, they are sentient beings just stored within a core crystal.
Oh.
Yes, they're as much human as me and you.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, he wants to know who he married.
Yeah, so technicalities, he married actually Mithra, Hyra, and Nia.
Oh. Mithra,
He married all
Pyra,
3
and
of them.
Mia.
Yes, he married all 3 of them. And the only kid that we don't see is Mithra's kid.
He's probably a little asshole.
We see Pyra's kid in Xenoblade's DLC, Xenoblade 3's DLC, and we do also meet 2 of Nia's kids.
Wait, is it Mia? Oh no, I think I'm thinking of somebody else. Is
Yes,
Mia the
Mio
cat?
Yes, Mio is one of them.
Oh yeah. Is she the cat?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I forgot. For some reason, I thought Mia was the bird.
No, that's Uni.
Uni, okay.
And just for your future reference, yes. So Numa technically is a fusion of Pyra and Mithra. So while she can technically do it, she cannot bear kids because she is a fusion of 2 souls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so
So,
basically he
whether-
technically is married to her.
Yeah.
It's just that it's split between 2 people. That's probably
Yeah.
why the relationship is like that. And just Mia decides to nuzzle her way in like a cat. Like an actual cat. Nuzzling herself in the middle. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, so what would end up happening if... I went through.
Oh.
What would end up happening if they did actually do it, and this was also proven canonically by Takahashi, is Pyra and Mithra would both have kids. They would both become pregnant at the same time, but Numa herself cannot be pregnant.
Oh. Oh, and apparently, according to Megan, Warframes can get pregnant. They just haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Well, technically speaking, Steve was the first one to say that, well, technicalities none have yet. If you recall on the live stream.
Yeah. They were together, and like I think, and then I remember correctly, she specifically turned to Megan and said, "They can have kids," and then she's like, "Yeah." She nodded her head and spoke, "Yeah." She actually confirmed that Warframes can have kids. And I'm over here like, what would a child of a Warframe look like?
An amalgamation. That's what.
Yeah, like imagine if it was like humanoid head with like a Warframe body. That would be really interesting.
Kind of like Arthur or what's her name?
Yeah, it's like they literally just revert back to like their proto-frame versions. Except for it'd be a little shit who would be having their own opinions, and most likely have void powers, because the only people who probably would have the ability to do that would probably be an operator.
Yeah.
Or not operator, sorry, drifter, not operator, drifter. Don't cancel me, Twitter. I corrected myself. I will never ever strip the drifter the operator with anything, because that's a
one
kid.
thing I should also mention is Shulk and Melia ended up having union.
Oh,
That is also been confirmed.
wait, that's Uni is Shulk and Melia's kid?
Yep.
Oh, no wonder why she's important. For some reason, I couldn't put my finger on why she was important.
Yeah, though I'm kind of actually a little... I'm kind of a bit pissed off because I always shipped Shulky and Fiora together. I didn't say Melia is a bad character, it's just I've always shipped her and Shulk together.
I think they
Not
just
Melia.
need another a bird character, or whatever her race is, because they need to have like representation of all the races.
A new data conduit is open.
As you guys haven't noticed, I'm a very big fan of Xenoblade.
Sleepwalker is going again. Let's go again.
You want to go again?
Yeah, one more time. We're gonna go to 8, and then we're gonna leave.
We were on 8.
No, we were on 7.
Efficiency is crucial
This is zone 8.
to this experiment.
Yeah, we're gonna do 8,
that's
and then we're
good.
done.
Faster.
Yeah, My Hero Academia ships are just memes at this point, at least I hope. Remember correctly, isn't the Lotus canonically infertile because of the Void? Yeah, because she's mixed with, she's technically a Warframe, but she was
sentient.
made out of a sentient.
Yeah.
So she has the Warframe technology, but she's infertile.
Well,
most
keep
of your-
in mind, sentients also don't reproduce like a human does.
Yeah.
And once again, this is something that has been confirmed. So if the Lotus was to reproduce, it'd be more like laying an egg.
Yeah. Yeah, if, that'd be interesting. Imagine if Warframes just laid eggs. That would actually be kind of oddly hilarious.
Expectations.
It's like, you smashed your Warframe? Well, why is there so many eggs here? Are you like, having a lot of Kubros? Oh no, that's hers. It's like, what? Why is there like 20 of them? Oh, because she's very active. Like 20 eggs. Asexual reproduction? I think so. Well, she has a mother. If I remember correctly. She has a mother.
Wait until you realize that if she had kids, it wouldn't be eggs; they'd rise like an eidolon.
Oh yeah.
Well, also remember that the Eidolons are technically skeletons of sentience, not actual sentients themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd tap an icon.
You tapping that on?
right
Yeah.
now.
Also, I'm gonna go do.
This is kind of actually diving into some of the deep lore of Warframe. The Eidolons are, well, Eidolon itself in sentient language means skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I find it funny that if you look at Lotus's genetics and code, she is more related to an Eidolon than anything else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they use a sentient skeleton to make a warframe out of a woman, which is how, I think it is somewhat confirmed that warframes do have a human head helmet somewhere. And however helmets actually work in the world, which I was, basically what I was told is that each different helmet is actually a different form of that warframe. Which is why, like, the warframes all have an original version, and that's why that's how you would have, like, Nova having a story, but it's not the actual, that's not the original Nova, it's a completely different Nova. Because
or like how Nova gets killed off in almost every single story cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah. So essentially, like, you look at the helmet, and it's like, oh, that helmet is different than the other helmet. And it's like, oh, that one is the Spectre version that the operator was using, or oh yeah, this is the one that survived, but she's like got a different helmet. The one with the original helmet literally got primed and died. Only true ship in Konosuba, Meganine, and Union. I feel it. I have a friend. I'm to him clingy as Megaman, and Union is, so I kind of feel it, even though he is annoyed. Yeah, dude. Clingy girlfriends sometimes are adorable, but they're not adorable all the time. Depends on your mood. If you don't want to have your girlfriend on your shoulder at that time because you had a bad day at work, you're probably going to want to say no. But that depends on the dynamic. Because I know some people really like clingy girlfriends. But it depends on whether or not they're violent. Because I know sometimes the violence can be a bad thing. Because some clingy girlfriends are essentially yandere. Just not as intense as anime. But anyway, I'm gonna go do my video.
I'm gonna get ready for stream because I'm streaming in about an hour and a half.
Yeah. So yeah, but I will see you guys next time. I have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. And remember, if you're watching my content, I know you're into it. Honey, honey. Good night. Oops. You're heavily hug-starved. Oh, I would give you a hug, but I'm all the way over here. Yeah. Good night.